everybody. How's it going? Oh, I'm like pretty white. Hi, welcome everybody to week 92, episode 92 of Sahlen's Legacy.
Sahlen's Legacy!
Hooray! It has been a silly, wonderful, and still somehow last week an emotional journey. Sorry, Kenny's right in front of me fixing things. And I don't know how to just let things happen. Art yells at me for this too, but you know, I want y'all to know that work happens here. Work goes into this.
Yeah.
Does it? But hooray, shut up.
We have a brand new fun camera.
Hey, thank you for the follow. Your density. 524, thank you for the follow very much. Welcome to Perception Studio. And all that jazz 22. Hello, wait a minute. That screen name is familiar. You were my GM a second ago because I've done my internet homework. Hey, how's it going? That's Sarah from Sarah's Table, I believe. Call me out if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Sarah's fantastic, so go follow. And also go watch all the stuff at Sarah's Table over on levelup_TTV on their Twitch. Oh, Jay! It's Jay! I was looking at your stuff earlier today because you're posting all those cosplay pictures. I'm an idiot. Hi, Jay. Jay is a creator of Better Backstories. Go buy that for yourself if you like telling stories and you like creating characters and all that.
That's
good
really
stuff.
Cool.
Go get it for yourself. It's fantastic. But hey, Jay. That's why. Both people were fresh in my brain. I apologize for mixing that up. It's good to see you, Jay. Yeah. Hey, thanks for dropping that link for people. Okay, so last week, our beautiful, wonderful friends descended into the maw and then were systematically separated, forced to face their pasts and some of their darkest moments, but we haven't entirely gotten through the entire party yet. Aura faced her abusive father. Starheart got to say goodbye to her beloved parents. And Bubo finally got to say goodbye and potentially let go of his sister Aves. And some beautiful roleplay, wonderful moments. And then Reed says, "Diva, kick your computer because you're."
Oh my god! Okay, so I'm gonna. Can I have a moment?
Yeah, sure.
All of this is brand new. I only have on here running the VMix. I'm running Twitch. I have my D&D Beyond page. Nothing else is here. I mean, I can kick it, but if I kick it, I am cursed when it comes to text. So I may kill the entire stream. If I kick it.
I thought Firefox works better than Chrome does for vMix.
I have no idea. Don't mention Firefox in front of Diva. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's
fine.
You're going in and out. It'll settle at some point.
I installed the Foxifyer in case it works.
By the way, we already have a donation.
We do. That's DM Powers to Nitsage. Thank you, Arsenal Roy 2K, for that. That is DM Powers to Justin. Break glass in case of emergency.
I punched it.
Thank you very much.
Punched it.
I do want to preface tonight, just because we are doing a lot of roleplay heavy stuff, that if you please do drop characters, and please know that they will happen. I still have my ongoing list of things that are happening, but since we are in these particular moments, I am trying to honor them and honor our players as role players and just getting through the important story bits. But all things will happen. We still have Derek on deck. We still have a monster drop to deal with. Diva's back, and look at that. Look at that.
Is that any better?
It is a lot better.
Yeah.
Better.
1,000 times better.
Brought to you by XSplit VCam.
No.
Yes.
No.
Hooray.
I don't know how to change.
No, it's all.
Yes.
How do I change the camera? This is
so clear.
But this is not the right camera.
But it looks fine. It's cool.
No.
You have fun.
Yeah.
I'll keep doing my thing.
You do that. I'm going to try to figure this out.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. I think I will.
The VCam sounds dirty.
Well, no, it's a VCam. It's dirty after. I'm kidding. Dirty jokes. Sorry, wrong show. Welcome to Tuesday, where we're not those people.
Serious?
Story bits. Reed says my ADHD sensitivities bother me. If no one else was, don't worry, Diva. Yeah, same. It was fine. Quiet, Corey, quiet. So interesting, fun things. Was so Nitsage, you were kind of able to see, because of your ability to peek into the ethereal plane. You've been able to see, but not hear your companions' struggles as they sort of are separated from you into another plane briefly to greet people from their life. And you don't necessarily have all the information that you're seeing because these are stories that your companions have never really told to you.
Right.
And Andre has also been quietly watching from alongside, or actually sort of ignoring more than anything, I believe.
Yeah, I was trying to allow these moments to be private for whoever they were going for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, so and you'd like us to begin?
Yeah.
All right.
Should we introduce ourselves?
We should do all of those things that I didn't do. Yes, please.
Go right in.
So yeah,
We
let's
were
go
ready.
around.
Just like
Episode 91. If they don't know us yet, come on.
It's 92, as a matter of fact.
92.
That number is wrong.
Oh,
Aye,
well,
aye, aye.
just read the numbers.
Are we ready? Are we even
That's what I
ready?
have to do in-
Because I'm not.
I'm ready to role play. I'm not ready to do actual tech things tonight.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
He's in the zone.
Friendly tech gentlemen, do either of you know how to change the number on the
I
screen?
never told them how to do that.
Oh boy.
Google it. Google it.
Episode
Living
91
a
should be
lie.
episode 92.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. Kenny's just like, fuck it. Beautiful. Okie dokie.
Yeah, you're all good.
So let's start with you, Haley, and we'll go around.
Hey, I'm Haley. I play Captain Aura Stone, who is a tiefling warlock rogue. And last week, her first challenge in the maw was confronting her father, who she, first time around, chained to a cannon and pushed into the ocean. Not this time. She's learning.
Hey, I'm Justin, and I play Netzage. I'm a Quilier wizard with a heart beast named Hailstorm, who is a half horse, half dragon, beautiful, loving creature. And yeah, I think I'm all set. My hand's steady as a rock, but unfortunately, this is my rolling hand. So
Perfect.
you're welcome.
On to Ryan. You look ready. Let's make it you.
I am Ryan. I am playing Andre Urta. He is a gnome cleric of the Grave Domain. And he is from Copperforge, and little place that doesn't really exist anymore. And
Ryan, you're very low to us.
I am low? Okay. I will move
Yeah,
my
it's
mic
'cause
back
you're
in front of my face.
That might
Okay.
be a them thing. You're still a little.
I can pop my mic up a little bit here. Is that better? Better?
little more.
Little more. Little
More.
Right there. How's that?
Good.
Yeah. that's
Hiya!
better.
No, I'm just kidding. That's good.
Hiya.
Not to 50.
All right, but yes. So Andre the gnome, and back over to Diva.
Boobo go.
Okay.
Okay, I'm Andrew. I play Bubo, everyone's favorite Quilier elf, rogue /
It's
druid.
true.
It's very, very
Rogue.
true.
Ranger. He's
yeah,
a ranger.
you know, I changed things up. Yeah, it's fine. Listen, they both start with R. They're both exactly the same in my brain. I wish I was a rogue, then I could do Aura's death damage per minute.
Rogue is not the same as Ranger. Absolutely.
I know. I've come to find out after 92 episodes. I have a heart beast named Doomerl who's half eagle, half owl, and that's it for me.
Star.
I'm gonna see if I can just straight up unplug this one, and then get.
No,
this
Introduce yourself
straight up.
first.
Yeah. Who
Yeah,
are
real
you?
quick,
What?
get through this, and then we can,
Oh.
and then.
Yeah, I'm Starheart. I'm play Diva. No, wait, I'm Diva.
Yep.
I play Starheart. She's a cleric rogue. She's a silly Billy. She just went through a traumatic experience. And her camera's not working well.
Great, perfect. And I'm Danny. I'm the DM. I'm everybody else, and I run this thing sort of sometimes in a very small way. And then there are ways that you can interact with our show. We'll bleed through those very quickly. For $5, you can give any of our players a blessing. That is a D6 roll that they can apply to anything, so that they can add that to checks, to damage. They can cash them in for healing, whatever sounds good at the time. They can do that, and that will block DM rerolls. For $10, you can give any of our players rerolls. Pardon me.
Hey Diva, can you mute your mic?
Oh yeah, my bad. Sorry.
There we go.
But could you breathe heavier?
What?
Nothing. Just go.
Don't worry about it.
TJ,
Move on,
not-
move along right now, Daniel. Move along right now, Daniel.
For $10, you can give any of our players rerolls, so that'll allow them to get a second shot at any roll they might have failed. Very, very helpful, as they're currently in the Maw, which is this universe's underworld. For $15, you can give me DM rerolls, which are right up there. I got 2 right now. Those allow me to force players to reroll their good rolls. So that beautiful nat 20, I can make them kiss it goodbye, and it is a wonderful, wonderful feeling. Thank you very much for that. For $25, you can drop a character of your choosing, your description. We currently on deck have Derek, the receptionist of the Maw, as well as a monster drop, which we'll get into in a little second. For $50, one of these has already been dropped for the evening. That is DM powers to any player for 1 full minute. They get to take over the story. Anything that they say happens is true, and I just have to deal with it and adjust and move forward. It's a lot of fun. It's a good time, and also good timing for them to have those items. There are also triggers that you can see down there. Every $100, something different will happen. At $100, we will have a monster drop. There's still one on deck because we do want to get through this RP just a little bit before we jump back into the wild craziness that is the natural state of this show. And then at $200, we will roll on a wild magic table for every member of the party, which is either really good stuff or sometimes you can turn into a plant. You never know. And at $300, it will be a group Broaden Horizons where they can make something true in the universe that can benefit them either in the future or immediately or kind of whatever they want as a group. Which is a lot of fun. And that is that. And also thank you to our sponsors, Wormwood Gaming, Level Up Dice, and Norse Foundry. And we will do a larger breakdown of how they help us at the end of the stream, but also look down at the cycling information at the bottom that can tell you what the codes are so that you can get your discounts, your free shipping, etc., from all the different companies. So, hey, and thank you guys for supporting us. Thank you for being here. We are still in the middle of our partner push. So if you think anybody would enjoy the show, please, ping them in, drag them over, share a link. Post. We appreciate it.
And
if
we hit 100 viewers,
we have a giveaway. So we'll be giving away a wonderful cantrip candle. This is the Library Scriptorium and the Blueberry Sky Tea, which you can see you can't because it won't autofocus, but it's a little Heisenberg and he's adorable. And this one has it's white tea with blueberries and natural blueberry flavor. Sugar crystal packets are added, or add those to taste. And yeah, so that should be delicious. And it says 99.1% pure, which is adorable if you like Breaking Bad, which I do. This is from Geeky Teas. They're fabulous. We actually just had Donna Ricci, the owner, on Chat Time on Thursday of this last week, and she is freaking hilarious and wonderful, and she runs a great business. And speaking of running great businesses, we have our friend Christoph over at Cantrip Candles making these. He also has a shop out in LA, so if you're in this area, please go support both of these businesses. They're fantastic. They're wonderful. And the Library Scriptorium
It's the Nitsage bundle.
It's the Nitsage bundle. This is parchment, aged wood, and leather. And I'm gonna sniff it.
Sniff it real good.
It smells real good. It smells, okay, so this is a weird personal story, and I'm gonna take 2 seconds to tell it because it's my favorite thing. So I grew up in Long Beach, California, and we had the main library branch in Long Beach, and there used to be, it was my favorite place to go. There's like the whole child section, book section, and Miss Pratt was our librarian, and she was the best. She was like a drug pusher for stories, and she was awesome. She would see what you'd walk out with and remember, and the next time you came in, you're like, how'd you like that one? Good, cool, here's 5 more. And she'd always send you home with something else. The other cool thing, though, is there was a bathtub lined with carpet and pillows that you could just sit in and read, and it was by one of these like wall-sized windows that would just like look out into Long Beach. And I spent countless hours in that stupid bathtub reading, like, Howl's Moving Castle and all these cool books because of Miss
Nerd.
So yeah,
That's
and
really
that's
cute.
what that smells like. That
Super
candle
cute.
smells like that memory, which is insane.
Oh, that's
So,
Super cute. I love that.
yeah.
that's wonderful.
Hooray!
You get another story? Because we're still kind of waiting for Diva.
Perfect timing. That's the don't follow her on Instagram image. Don't do it.
Oh my god.
Diva_Marie.
Oh my god.
Oh, goodness.
Well,
Well,
how's everybody's Tuesday? Good,
Going great.
good, lovely.
Why?
I don't
What?
know.
It's the
On
mother box. Kenny says Diva has left the game.
Player 2 has entered the game.
Well,
So, did you unplug?
Let's just
Oh,
go
right.
because it's.
yeah, we'll move forward. She'll be back.
Oh,
Yeah, she'll be back.
She's already had her emotional.
hey.
Just had to
Dilemma.
moment. So let us then let's begin. Let's actually start telling some stories. Let's do it.
That's funny, Corey.
So currently, the only two that have not been separated into their own individual bubbles are Nitzig and Andre, and we'll give that a moment to breathe before the next thing happens.
Are you all right? You're still here.
Yes. Doesn't seem like much is going on. I know you don't really want to hear this, but everyone's sort of at a paused moment with their vision, so it's looking good.
It is hard to say. There's a reason why we are separated. These are moments that is meant to be private.
You're probably right. I just wanted to make sure that everyone was okay, and honestly, I didn't think about what it would, what looking into the ethereal plane would entail. Honestly, I just kind of threw a guess.
Well, it's
All good.
I'm sure it's comforting now.
Well, let's hope so. I hope they're not in dreadful agony.
I don't feel that is what this is meant to be. It's not meant to torture you. It's meant to reflect. If your life was good, it will reflect the good. If it was bad, well,
Well, your guess is as good as mine. This is your domain. I'm just along for the ride, I guess.
do you feel ready to meet yours?
Absolutely not. I have no idea what I'm going to meet or run away from or anything. But I suppose we've come this far, and I feel like I've went up against worse things and come out on top or alive. You know, this group of us has gotten me through a lot. And I think that if I can just remember that, then you all's strength will give me mine. Who do you think you're going to see or encounter?
That thought terrifies me, actually. I'm not entirely sure who or what.
Do you want me to look in on you if I can, or do you want me to avert mine eyes?
I'd rather you didn't watch, actually.
Okay, but if you go missing or go into whatever kind of void, that's on you.
I knew that when I came in here.
Could you say a little prayer for me, Clote? Since we're down here?
Of course.
Is that a thing?
Yes. Come down here to me. You're a little tall.
And I'll kneel down, get on one knee.
I take your hands. And I remove my medallion from my chest and place it in between ours. Now, I know this isn't your god, but at least he'll be able to watch over you here while we are in his domain.
We can't get any closer.
And I start saying a prayer. One of the ones that I've read about, more ancient than the ones that I just kind of make up.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
There's a cool feeling in your hands as that prayer is not directly answered, but at least acknowledged from Claude. Just a Andre, that he at least heard it.
Mm-hmm.
And wants you to know it.
He's watching us. I can't say that we're safe, but at least we're not blind to him.
Well, that's good. Is it hot down here to you, or is it just me?
It's. I think it's different for everyone.
It's just nerves. I think it's just nerves. My hands are clammy. I'm sorry about that. Sorry.
It's all right.
Sorry. Well, I guess we'll just sit and wait then for our turn. Real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Hailstorm's down here with me.
Yeah.
He came down with us, so I'm just going to kind of just start petting him and just kind of waiting,
Mm-hmm.
glancing every now and then at the other three who are still kind of in their vision.
You begin to experience conflicting perceptions. As you pet Dumaril, he's simultaneously his same current
Hailstorm.
large group. Hailstorm. As you pet Hailstorm, he's simultaneously his full-grown sized. But as you continue to pet, your arm gets a little lower.
It's a train. It's a damn train. That's what you're hearing.
The hype train, right?
Gosh.
I do not live near a train, Reed. I do not.
It's us. We live near a train.
So Hailstorm, with every stroke, he resembles more and more his sort of chick form, like this smaller, like the horns sort of recede. He looks a little younger, and also with every stroke, your arm gets a little shorter, gets a little younger looking. But you can still, because you're able to peer through the ethereal plane, you can see your own full-grown arm. You can see the real Hailstorm. You can see both realities at once as you are going through this moment. And a train for some fucking reason.
Dude, I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
That's
It's just great.
Can we just time out real fast?
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
totally.
Yeah.
Close the window.
Goodness, that is freaking messing my brain up right now.
Oh yeah.
I think after he said to not look at him, I'm going to go ahead and shut off the ethereal plane. Look,
Okay.
I don't want to see anymore.
Right. Yeah, it's an odd emotional experience because you can see your friends going through it, and then the second you turn it off, you can't see them at all. And when you turn back to look over your shoulder, Andre is no longer there either.
Okay.
So you see yourself as you look down, your arms when you're maybe 12 or 13 years old, long time ago. You can hear a crackling of a small fire, the scent of familiar cooking coming from somewhere ahead of you.
Come on, boy. Come on,
He
boy.
nuzzles up to you, and he nuzzles up to you, and just he's a little more playful in this younger form. So he's just kind of jumping up. He's kind of like pawing at your legs.
And do I realize that I have turned into a younger self, or am I in a younger self kind of mindset?
You are yourself viewing this through just younger eyes and a younger body, a younger vessel. Basically.
Oh, thank you.
You still have your own mind. Yeah.
Okay. Do you smell that? I look around. What kind of terrain am I in?
With every step, the first step, there's a large echo that seems to sort of resound forever. The second step, that echo halves. The third step, the echo is no longer there, and you can feel wood beneath your feet. By the fourth step, it's muffled with the comforts of a lavish home. You see there are pillows, there's furniture, chairs, couches, chaises, all sorts of things that would basically make this place home. Some of the items are out of fashion, out of style, hand knitted, long blankets sort of thing. But the food is the most remarkable thing to you. It's something you haven't smelled or tasted since you were about 12 years old. And it is something that Grandma Alsop used to make.
I look around the room. I see the fire. Do I see her at all?
Yeah, you see a Quailier elf sort of hunched over with a little owl kind of helping her with the spoon as she stirs. She's not as strong as she used to be. It's more just an effort to show that there's effort than the owl actually helping, because he's a little guy. He's like a little barn owl-sized heart beast. Just kind of. But the second you make your final step, the head does the sort of creepy 180 turn and just kind of.
Nana.
Well, if it isn't little Nitsuch, come. Stew's almost ready.
And with shock, I kind of walk over there and bring Hailstorm along with me. Just kind of sit and just almost joyfully, with a blank kind of joyful look, I'm just staring at her, just taking her all in right now.
Well, no hug for old Grandma?
Of course.
Oh. I've been stewing this for somewhere off of, well, how old are you now?
81.
About 70 years I've been stewing this stupid pot. Well, I'm glad you finally made it.
Hi. Sorry, it's been a lot here recently, and it's wonderful to see you. It's wonderful to see you.
It's fabulous to see you as well. I've been wanting to ask you since I left that plane. What did you do with all of my inheritance, all of my knowledge, everything that I left for you so that you could go off and be such a great sorcerer?
Well, I left home, and I went and studied at the college, first in the Green Isles, and then went over to the eastern kingdom of Arel, and learned there with the dwarves.
I used to bake them cookies. It's very nice folks, the gnomes, you know.
Oh, Nana, it was wonderful. I learned so much, but I was apprenticing for a little bit to the professor. Oh, I'm so sorry. I almost just forgot his name. I just
Was it Ebelforth?
to Headmaster Ebelforth. And surprisingly enough, he sent me on a task, which would change my life forever.
That all sounds wonderful, but are you telling me that your father never gave you what I left for you?
I have recently found out things that Father has kept from me. I had no idea that our family had magic.
Had magic? Is that the best he could do? Is that the most he could say about me and our family?
No. It's been very difficult living with him. That's why I had to leave. And Mother wasn't any help. You know how she was.
Yes, well, she tried. The father was really the problem, and that's more or less my fault. But for him to not even tell you what you are, it's unforgivable. No stew for him. You are an Allsop. Do you know what that means?
Not really, but I got a taste for it when I found out that our family had lineage in the arcane arts, and if you have any information about that, that would be wonderful, but honestly, I'm just happy to see you.
Please, have a seat. Have a seat. And she, she pulls out and she fluffs some pillows for each. Every fluff is just a cloud of dust that sort of just like rests down. And she brings you like a big bowl of soup, and it's this brilliant stew. It's a seafood stew that your family's made. Well, not since she
The
died.
dust smells wonderful to me, by the way. It's total nostalgic of her house.
Mm-hmm. And she's got lots of sort of like homemade potpourris that she dried herself, that sort of thing, just scattered all over the place.
It's a little too flowery, but I like it.
For sure, yeah. It's overpowering, but her sense of smell kind of gave up a long time ago. And but yeah, she sits you down, gets you some stew. She pulls up a chair next to you, kicks your feet up, and she's got these sort of like rumpled stockings sticking out at her. But it's like it's all just familiar and warm, and she sort of puts on these gloves to sort of stay warm. And
have a bite. I've been waiting a long time for you to try it, of course.
Of course. It's just like how you made it.
Should be. I just made it. I'm disappointed and angry with your father for never actually telling you what we are. The Allsops have been, and have always been for generations, since the beginning of the Quai, the most powerful magical family in all of Seoul. We were wizards to kings and gods.
How? How did that happen? No, where did we come from? Who are we?
Some of it was natural proclivity. Some of it was a bit of leverage against the gods for a little extra power. Not me, of course, a grandfather of my own back in the day. But for the most part, we were challenged, gifted, poised to save the world time and time again. That has always been our purpose. And the fact that your father would not even deign to respect our history is a blight on our family name.
Like I said, it hasn't been easy living with him. And my brother was the same way.
They showed great prowess themselves. They were born to be great wizards, and they decided nothing of it. They wanted to be fighters. They wanted to grind and roll in the dirt like a bunch of idiots slapping each other silly. They didn't want to actually apply the gifts that they were given from me. For them.
No, they became strong at least. I was stuck with my head in the books, and I was was frightened. I was afraid to go out on the task, but I guess when you're put in the fire, you're tested.
Yes, I've seen. It's just I've seen some of the choices that you've made. Not a lot to do
sorry,
here,
Nana,
but watch.
I wanted to be strong. Like them. Even more so, and the choices that I made, and then I hurt a lot of people.
Be strong. Strong. She raises her right hand and just blows half of the cabin away. Just fire, brimstone, pillars, everything gone. Busting open to where you see the Isle of Kauai just opening up before you as blocks and straw and everything sort of settles to the ground. Strong! She says it again and blows off the top of the place. Things crumple and fall below. Strong is not power. Strong is not magic. Strong is not the weapons that you wield, Mitsich. Strong is restraint. Strong is wisdom. I've seen you learn, but not enough and not fast enough. The rate you're going and the path you're going down, you will lead to the doom of all of your friends, all of your family, potentially the entire world. You've barely scratched the surface of what you are capable of as an Alsop, and it terrifies me to watch from a distance as you raise and lower the dead like toys. Your goings-on is the demigod who lives down here tormenting us all. I've kept him at bay long enough. He's not tough enough to fight me. However, I've seen many suffer at his hands down here. You give him strength with every deal you strike with that monster. He is stronger because of you.
And I didn't know. I meant well. I really did. I just didn't know. I didn't. No one was here. No one was guiding me. You left at such a young age, and I had...
I'm sorry my death was such an inconvenience to you. I understand.
I didn't mean it like that.
I'm not trying to scold you. Your father did not do what he promised to me. He was supposed to raise you right. See truth, learn truth, wield power. He lied. He said he would show you the way. But no, he showed you his way. And I suppose I'm trying to show you my way. And for that I am also sorry. I'm not. You don't need to do what I say. You're a man now. You've made many decisions that I would disapprove of, but look at me, I'm old. It's what we do. But what you do next must be guided by your own wisdom. Learn and apply your lessons, otherwise you are just a machine, a bomb, an explosion, waiting to happen to everything that you love. I don't know how they told you I died.
They told me you passed on.
That's not inaccurate. They didn't tell you how. I sensed
No.
an impending doom, as those of us in tune with such worlds are. And I decided to try to do something about it, but I assessed myself. I learned I'm not strong enough to do this. So I took knowledge, forbidden knowledge. Sound familiar? And I used it. I defeated the threat, along with myself and 7 villages that were nearby. Though you are here now, whenever you are not, those villagers visit me every single day. And the best I can do is offer them a bowl of soup.
But Nana, would you argue that you did something for the greater good?
I would. But so would Kelrek.
So what do I do? I have an idea of what might have to happen, but these warnings you're giving me, I still don't know what is going to happen.
No one can know. The best that you can do is think. Itsuchi. Don't get caught up in the moment. Allow yourself to pause, reflect, learn. You're cleverer beyond your years. You're as powerful as any Alsop. But your fear is driving you to a place that you will not be able to return from. A threat is an obstacle and nothing more. It is a puzzle.
My fear. But I feel like... Anna, my fear is having my friends die, and my friends who have taught me so much about love and courage. And the people that we've met on these travels, my fear is having them gone, so I fear that I want to do what I must to protect them.
Are they more valuable than a child 2 towns away?
Honestly, to me, yes. And I know that's wrong, but this group that I've come up with has meant the world to me. They have been my family.
Protect your family, but not at the cost of yourself, your soul, or the lives of the innocents. It's my only ask for you. Don't be your grandmother. Be better.
All I can say is I can try, but I can try.
That's the spirit. Have a sweet. She goes into her jacket and she pulls you out a nice little caramel that is probably a good 1,000 years old or something now.
Nana, what did you leave me?
I left you all of my knowledge, my learnings, my books, my spell books. What was left of the house that I blew up, you're probably not going to get that anytime soon, but everything. You weren't supposed to start at nothing, Nitsid. You were supposed to start with guidance and wisdom and knowledge that was never granted to you. It was denied by your father. He could have been something magnificent. But he turned into a coward and a bully. And I'm sorry that he's done the terrible things that he has done to you. You're better than him. You're more powerful than him. You're strong. You're smarter than him. By several stone's throws.
Well, that's nothing to shake a stick at. I knew that. Yenid,
was... Sorry.
I will let you know that Yenid has changed for the better, I believe.
I I saw.
I don't know what you've seen
You're
of him,
dancing
but
with that little gnome girl too.
like I said, this group has been family. Even the ones that can break your heart, you still love.
Good. Never forget that.
Hmm. Do you get any friendly visitors at all down here?
First one since I died. Thank you for this up.
Do you know what awaits us?
I wish I did. This has been my home since the moment my life ceased on the other plane. This was built for me. This is my prison and my refuge. It was allowed my home, but also my haunts.
Well, if I go, maybe I can visit you more often.
I'll keep the stove on for you. Stay as long as you like. Time isn't the same here.
I guess I can finish my soup.
So you just...
Nana,
Yes.
thank you. I had no idea I was going to... We had no idea what was going to happen in this place, but I'm glad you're the first one that I've seen.
It's not all bad down here. Lots of scary stories, but mostly it's... Well, we get what we deserve. All of it.
I love you.
Love you too, little. Is it sweet? She gives you another very sticky caramel.
Here, Hailstorm, do you want one?
It's like, the cow with the ever-going cud. It's just
Yeah.
cannot get through it. I'm pretty excited about the sugar.
And I'll kind of be there and play with her heart beast and look at Hailstorm in his youngling state and when do I leave?
Yeah?
Hmm.
Yeah, that's entirely up to you, I would imagine, but I don't know if I'm your only stop, to be honest with you.
Oh. Wonderful. Okay. I'll finish up the soup and then... Uh-oh. Oh, I thought we were frozen.
So you have a quiet moment. You finish the soup, she finishes hers. You all just kind of smile, your heartbeats play. With the blown apart cabin, you're kind of looking on a very quiet time in Quailier. No wars, nothing like that. No visitors, just lots of green wherever you look. Clear skies, all of that.
Does this get fixed at all while you're down here? Or?
I can do plenty of things. And she just... Walls rebuilt, ceilings back. I get bored. Sometimes I blow things up, sometimes I put them back together.
I don't know what you can teach me, but I would sure like to have something like that.
Well, somewhere on the island is your inheritance, Nitsuch, and just ask your father firmly. Speak his language for a minute. Old like a stack of
I think I
cards.
might know how to talk to him.
Good.
I mean, I get in arguments with the demigod, so...
She gives you a hug, and it's all like cushioned by many layers of shawls and sweaters. She's just like drapery on legs, and this is very sweet, quiet.
When you break out of the embrace, you're back in the tunnel. But Andre's gone. Andre. So you were watching Nitzage, and you sort of felt this coming. You're a little more attuned to this place than anybody else, and you're sort of grateful for the idea that you weren't portaled while he was watching to make him more nervous. So once you're no longer in that tunnel, do you move? How do you react to being in a new nothingness?
So I don't even see the tunnel anymore. It's just nothing. I think I stay still as long as I can, anticipating that I need to move forward, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
I start thinking about all the people in my life that I affected, knowing that they're still around because of me.
Mm-hmm.
And I start dwelling on the lives that I wasn't able to change and who I might affect or see down here.
As you're thinking on that, there's a sort of glinting light. It begins to flow first from your central location as it sort of spiders out, and it repeats and reinforces itself as it begins to define itself in this darkness. You recognize it as lots of brass and gold reflective colors. And you find yourself in the tiered city of Copperforge. Upper levels.
I look around and scan for who's near me.
As you turn your head, the floor begins to establish itself. Holy crap, level up TTV! Thank you, level up dice. Welcome, friends. Thank you for the raid, everybody. Welcome to Sahlen's Legacy. We're currently in the Maw, which is this universe's underworld. People are encountering lots of scary, dark pest stuff. Yay! Welcome, stick around. We're pretty RP heavy tonight, and then we're gonna fold back into our regular stuff. So stick around. Thanks for joining us. Zah. Hello. So yes, as you look around the floors, the walls, everything begin to define themselves a little bit more. You recognize this as a library. And while you and your party all were there many, many moons ago, while you are trying to collect books in this library, things are a little bit different. Not quite as many sconces, not quite as many books. The shelves are a little more polished, a little less dusty. And you're slightly lower to the ground.
I look at my hands.
They are more slender than the last time you looked at them.
I look to see what section I'm in.
You are two aisles away from the restricted section. But what you see as you sort of round, well, I wouldn't even say you round the corner, because I feel like you're being very careful. Two people round the corner in front of you. You see a young Andre Cabe, and you see a young female gnome. You, of course, recognize this girl. And the two of them are chatting back and forth, playing...
I get the desire to tell them to stop.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to speak.
They don't hear you. You say stop. A voice that you haven't heard in a while, but you're about to hear in a second, sort of emanates from your body. It says, Andre, don't be afraid of the restricted section. It's just there so that Idiots don't break things, okay? Okay, let's go play. Now, listen, I was reading that this spell really isn't that difficult. Okay? And Andre responds. I'm not sure. I don't think this is wise. I don't think that Mother and Father would approve. I think that you are messing with dark things, and I don't know if I want to play that game. It's just transference, Andre. It's nothing big. We'll swap places for a little while, and then it will be fine. And as soon as she says fine, you're suddenly in her shoes, seeing out of her eyes. Looking at Andre.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, of course. So, you've convinced me, let's just try it, but, we have to be done by supper. We're expected back by supper.
Can we not?
You convinced me. We have to. Look, here, I've set everything out. You look down, the entire ritual is already ready to go. It took you hours before to set this thing up. But it is now ready. The candles are lit.
Please.
Right. Okay. I trust you. We're going to be all right?
Andre,
Going to be all right.
I don't want to lose you again.
Again? We haven't... And he just reaches out and he grabs your hand. Go on. You did your homework, right? That's what we're best at.
Are you sure?
Well, to be honest, I'm a little scared, but I trust you. This just isn't the stuff that I'm good at, so I feel like you're going to have the best understanding. Listen, like you said, it's transference, right? Oh, what's the worst that could happen?
Something could go wrong.
Yes, but you told me it was safe.
Maybe this time I can fix it.
Fix what?
Give me your hands.
Okay.
I start casting the ritual.
Hey! Thank you, Winston, for that birthday love. Thank you very much. You cast the spell.
Happy birthday.
In its entirety. The sort of glowing blue sconces of Copper Forge, all carved out of the heart of the mountain, dim. Pages and books fly off the shelves as this happens. You see Andre across from you, wide eyes, a moment of excitement, sort of giddiness of getting into trouble, doing something that he normally would never. He would never go to the restricted section. He would never pull out a book with a spell that he was unfamiliar with. But the complete and trusting look on his face. He smiles back at you like, two kids about to jump into a pool together. And the next thing you know, there is a flash of light, a sickening lurch in your stomach, painful rending of your soul at the gut and all the way down to your neck and your mouth and your eyes, everything peeling out. And the next thing you see as you look up is your body. Collapsed in front of you, not moving.
Andre? I immediately get up and scramble towards it.
And as you say, Andre, you realize it's a slightly more masculine voice than your own. And you rush to the body of your dear friend, or your own old body of Ezra, where Andre was supposed to be, where he was meant to be. That's what the spell was. That's what you were promised. That's what you read. But maybe when you rewrote it, you missed a word or two. Something
Andre.
went wrong.
Andre, are you in there? Wake up.
The body remains lifeless.
Please.
This scene melts away, but it seems to take far too long for your own tastes. Flash forward a few years. You are still in this body. You're in Andre's house. You are trying your best to fill that void, to fill that space, to make up for the damage that you had done. But enough is enough. You need him back. It's time to go again. You secreted away your original host body, and you pulled it out for one last ritual, one last time. You set it up in Andre's bedroom, where you know you'll have some privacy. You light the candles, you get the incantation. This time you rip it straight from the fucking book. You have peace, you have quiet. You don't know if you have him, but you at least have your old body. You begin casting the spell. The lights swirl, the wind whips. From nowhere, you're under the mountain, but you're causing all sorts of unnatural shifts to happen. The door kicks in, and you see Andre's mother.
No.
Horrified and frightened. Please. And in a snap of a moment, she falls down and like a lump sack of potatoes just smashing against the ground. And for a brief moment, you can see her. You see blood trickle, and then you see the body itself vanish from this room. You remain in this body.
Oh, God. That's it. I'm never doing this again.
The room melts away. The bed, the windows, everything melts away. You stay sitting there. But across from you stands a very incorporeal Andre Cape.
You're here.
I'm right where you left me.
I didn't mean to leave you.
You said it was safe.
I didn't know. I tried. I tried to bring you back.
You said it was a game, a trick.
I just thought it was something more advanced. That's why it was in the restricted section. I had no idea.
I've been stuck in the restricted section for some years. I had the opportunity to read the book. There were warnings at the front and the back. You ignored them. You took my life. And not just by ending mine.
I couldn't let your family be heartbroken. So I did what I thought was best. I felt your family shouldn't lose you, but my family could lose me.
Just told them.
I was young. I was scared. I thought your father hated me.
It's just like that. He did hate your influence on me. Never hated you. I thought you'd grow out.
So sorry.
To promise me you'll tell them. My family. Promise me!
I promise.
Despite everything, it's good to see you, Ezra.
I was hoping it would be you I'd see, but also terrified of you.
Don't have to be scared. Already did. May Claude give you the peace that you ask for.
I hope. So I understand you're probably able to watch my life.
Yes. Outside of sticking with your god of death, guess you've done well for us.
That's all I really wanted, to make sure.
You evolved into a clearer head.
It didn't hurt that I had some of your memories to help.
I've never experienced more pain. But it is over now. It's been over for a long time.
If
Of Lindy. Hello, another fabulous DM.
if there's a... If I could change places with you again.
Maybe give up on that particular spell, I know. I needed to say it. You needed to hear it. And I'm ready. Take that vessel for all it's worth, I guess. Be safe. Keep that new level head of yours. No more rash decisions.
You know I'll come find you when I pass on.
It would be nice to actually look at you and see you again. This cursed mirror thing is unsettling.
I never got to say it. I loved you, Andre.
I know. Ezra, you are still my best friend. Granted, I didn't have time to make any other one. But I loved you too. I know you didn't. But it still happened. When it's your time, we'll talk. But hopefully you'll find me in the other place. I hope you find peace before you fall, so you don't have to cycle yourself out here forever.
I go in and hug him as well.
Yes. Yep. You two have a lovely hug. And eventually, Andre sort of dissipates under your arms until you are left alone. Hey, thank you for the subs! Thank you for gifting the subs. Option delete. Welcome, everybody. Huzzah. And with that, you all simultaneously step out of whatever moments you were in. Facing each other.
You look awful.
Well, that was awful.
Wait, so did all of those happen simultaneously, Danny?
Well, you peeled off at different times, but you all came back at the same time.
Okay, thank you.
Well, we're all still here.
Yeah?
Is that fun for anyone else?
Not in the slightest.
I saw my Nana I haven't seen since she died years ago.
That's good.
Yeah, it was a little bit of tough love, but... Bubo, I saw you with someone smaller than you.
Yeah.
Forgive me for prying. It's none of my business.
You're right. It's not.
Well, now what we do? Where's our heading now?
Well, the first thing you're going to want to do is check in. All of you turn, and you suddenly see a large desk in front of you with a fellow with a beard. Average-looking human, tan skin, dark hair. Hi, I'm Derek.
Hello, this was not here a moment ago.
No, see, because now it's time for reception time, and I'm Derek.
Hello.
Okay, it's very
And?
weird. Yeah.
You said we need to check in?
Right, yes, Derek?
No, excuse me, Derek. We're having a moment, please. Can you check us in? Can we check in later? Is there a late check-in, please? We need a moment.
He takes the bell off of his desk and he chucks it on the floor and disappears, but you hear on the air, he's like, just ring the bell when you're ready. I'm Derek! As he disappears.
I don't...
This place is something else.
And
So
we're not even into it yet, are we?
I don't think so.
What did you see? I saw that you were on like a ship deck.
Yeah, it was it's Captain Ashford's ship. When I was much younger, I was 13. And it was the day my father died. He had become really terrible. Under the drink. Took it out on my mother. Took it out on me. And, my mother left. We came to port one day. She went out for supplies, but she never came back, and, after that, Ashfoot really started to hate my father, so he ordered me to chain him to a cannon and push him overboard. And I was all too willing to do it. But this time, he was sincerely sorry. I think he's been suffering down here for quite some time. And I think he's had a lot of time to think. And I think his vision, although skewed, was his truth. And I think he thought he was doing the best. So it was almost as if I was supposed to push him over again, but I couldn't. I feel like even people that do horrible things, if they have a sincere heart and they've suffered enough, perhaps their suffering should end. So I let him go. I unchained him from the cannon, and I feel better.
Did I see him jump off the ship?
He did. I think it's something about repeating destiny somehow. It was a vision of the past. Perhaps it would have happened regardless. I don't know.
Maybe it was his way of coming to closure for what he's done to you, if you've forgiven him.
But Ashfoot said I wasn't done.
No, Nernest and I wasn't done either.
I'm glad you got to see her.
Yeah, I never told you about her, but she was a big impact on my life.
Does she know magic too?
Ha! Yes, she does. Very, very powerful. Yeah, she gave me some tough loving. There's going to be a decision I'm going to have to make come time, and I hope to honor her wisdom.
Starheart, you're awful quiet.
Yeah, what? No, I'm not. I'm Starheart.
And that's the first thing you've said since we've bamfed into this place.
Yes? Yeah?
Did everybody else encounter things from their past?
Yes.
Okay. Show of hands. Positive or negative? Who had like a positive interaction? Like it ended. I mean, it was a terrible situation, perhaps, but it ended in a decent way.
Well, that's good. Huh. Well,
Starheart just kind of whimpers and then runs to Bubo and hugs his leg.
Unexpected. He like awkwardly pats her on the head. All right.
Nitsage walks over there and kind of joins in on the hug too. Yeah, I'll get in on that too.
Just kind of quietly walk over and join in.
Looks like
And I
we're
open
group
my
hugging
arms
this
to
out.
Andre.
Andre, get over here.
I slowly walk over and join.
Do you hug the other leg?
Sure.
I'm just
Stop hugging my
imagining that
leg.
if he
Awkward.
walked, he could try. He would walk, and we would be like two children.
So we gotta ask ourselves, what was the benefit of that vision?
Well, it seems like the
I-
people that you saw would have been waiting for us.
I'd agree with that. I got some closure, I guess.
Yeah.
Before I came down here, I was ready to die. Now I have a reason to come back.
You want to come back here? We're already here and it's terrible, and you want to come back?
Back to the surface. I have
Oh,
something
you want
to
to go
live
back
for.
as in not. I understand now. Yes, let's leave soon.
Andre,
Well,
how do you
welcome
feel
to the
Fly,
about that?
please.
Sorry?
How do you feel about the change of heart?
Still processing it, but an old friend
Yeah.
gave me at least a small purpose that I must fulfill before I have anything else I can get rid of.
I must say that. Go on.
Oh, I can wait.
I must say that we came down here together. And if we encounter different things along the way, it's either by ourselves or with each other. We really have to find strength within us because of us. Mostly saying that for myself. I love you all. And I'm sorry I don't say that often, but you have no idea how much you all mean to me, and you give me strength.
You're welcome. So, do we check in?
I suppose so.
Wait, here, Andre. Can you hold my flask, please?
Yeah.
There, thank you. That is another purpose. It is a special flask. It is my flask, and you are now the flask bearer. I give you more purpose.
Drinking's always a great purpose to live.
I close the cap and I put it in my robe pocket. Thank you, Stahan.
A little bell gleams on the floor of this impossibly long cave.
Well,
Bing bing.
Hi,
Bing, bing.
welcome to the mall. I'm Derek.
Hello, Derek.
Why are you
I
so
think we're
loud?
as ready as we will be to check in.
Fabulous. Name?
What
Captain-
name? Are we in the
Orstone?
lobby? I'm hearing elevator music.
I brought it with me. I'm Derek. Well, welcome, Captain Aura Stone. Thank you very kindly. You, sir. Quailier with the Heart Beast. I'm Derek.
hi, I'm Nitzig Alsup.
It's a Jalsa. Pleasure to meet you.
Okay.
Welcome to the Maw. You, other Quailier with the Heart Beast.
Boobo.
Nice to meet you. I'm Derek.
Hi,
you,
Derek.
drunk one. What's your name?
One, I'm not drunk. I just had a sip. My name is Derek.
Flames shoot out the top of his desk, and his eyes go
Uh-oh.
solid red. Horns sprout from above his eyes and just curl around, and he gains massive, just mass, size, everything. He just scales up. That is not your name. I'm Derek.
Oh God, Stow, hot
For the
tell
love of
truth.
Saul.
Just say your right name. Just say your right name.
Sorry.
He like shrinks down
Yeah.
half size. Your given name. I'm Derek.
I'm Prinna.
Hi, Brenna. I'm Derek. Welcome to the mall.
Prinna.
You,
I don't like the mud.
short, gloomy
Okay,
dude.
yes.
What's your name? I'm Derek.
I take a moment, realizing what I would have to say.
No, the moment he said real name and I couldn't say Starheart, I was like, oh, you fuck.
I look to everyone.
Andre, just say your full, like the long
Yeah,
ass
you
name
gotta say
that
the
you
whole
have.
name.
Yeah, the whole thing.
My name is Ezra.
His name is Andre Cabe over the what?
What did you just say?
Ezra Monroth.
So your name is
Hi, Ezra Monroth. I'm Derek. Welcome to the mall.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Sorry, D&D Beyond's taking a second to load. Okay, it's not good. I know it's a +1, so 4. Stop kidding around. What is this a cloak joke? What are you talking about? This Andre.
How do you spell Andre? Is that like how you spell Ezra, but is that the way you spell Andre in the mob, but it's pronounced Andre? No, Ezra. What?
Did you say Andre Cabe?
No.
Yeah,
he
that
said
this is Andre.
Ezra.
Oh, he
said
checked
Ezra
in a long
Monroth.
time ago.
Who?
What?
I'm sorry.
Andre did?
Andre Cabe, Erta, DeMonroth. You know, I get the names confused in their order, but yeah, no, he checked in a while back. I'm Derek.
No, this is Andre. And he's checking. Then did you come early? He came early.
Can I explain this later?
Now that you're all checked in, you see, I have to take account of everyone who's living, whoever visits the mall, in the event that they die here. There's a whole sort of behind the scenes sort of spectral work that we have to do to make sure there's a clean transition. Anyway, here, use this elevator. He like hits a button, and the cave under your feet just begins to like starts to rise up, and he's like, "Goodbye, I'm Derek."
Where are we going? Where are we going?
You land in sort of the same way you all fell out of this other plane to rejoin each other. You're seeing many of your companions popping in and doing the same. So the various armies and everyone else, many of them are just sobbing. Some of them are staring into just the vast darkness of the maw, not moving, completely, just frozen and whatever they just went through.
Oh, it's good to see the others are getting through.
I roll for
Do they look
motion
just
sickness.
Do they look just as jumbled as we do?
Worse. I would argue that the majority of these people who have joined you, except for maybe the Lem, have never been through anything quite so intense as whatever they went to experience. So a lot of them are having a hard time shaking it off. The Lem and all of them are doing fine. Hush is fine. His assassins are also fine, but they are all not. Hush has always been fairly carefree in his time, and he is just.
Right.
He's been met with every life he's taken, you would imagine. So it's just he's a little slumped. And the same thing for Wesk, Staller, and Bethel. You see Truss is just clenching his jaw in a dark corner somewhere. Vor, for good or ill, looks very comfortable with himself. He just sort of steps out.
For good or ill.
Looks around. Rust Flame, he also looks okay. He looks like he maybe had a pleasant experience with a past relative or something like that. Maybe got to see somebody. Setzer and his crew, mixed bag. Setzer's all right. Some of his crew, not so much. Whispers are also about half and half. Some of them are just sobbing at some of the things they've had to do under Elb's control, and let's say, and the masters of Aural are also doing pretty well.
I want to go over to Master Eberforth real fast. Well,
it's hell of a place, isn't it?
I saw my Nana.
I saw my brother. It's a very interesting place.
Looks like everyone else is accounted for.
This was your skeletal friend.
I yell. For Jeb.
No answer.
We encountered a. He'll be fine, but we encountered a bit of a demon on our way to our visions, and
A bit of a demon. I was to be a little bit more specific so that we could possibly plan for some sort of stalwart defense.
It was
A really
like
big, it's really
liquidy.
big.
I
And
remember
it was,
being liquidy. Like liquid shadow almost.
Oh,
Very large.
Oh, I'm remembering
Natural
something very
teeth,
different.
if I'm remembering.
but Jeb will be on his way, right? He'll
couldn't
catch
possibly
up.
say. We all disappeared at the same time, and we had our own sort of fates to deal with. When you said liquidy and large and shadowy, did you mean that?
And he, you all turn your necks, and you just hear this large shadow, sort of, and it seems the environment is here to accommodate it, and not necessarily you or your party. The floor begins to shrink behind you and collect you, the other groups, sort of together, consolidate, whereas it opens up above and around this creature. So it's sort of like, you're in this. It all ramps and pinches down around you all, giving it the most space to move. The environment forcibly corners you in front of it.
okay, everyone, get ready.
I don't think we're getting past it this time.
No.
Roll for initiative.
Oh my gosh, Danny, I don't envy you taking so many.
Yeah, I'm gonna group the shit out of these NPCs.
Yes,
Not
absolutely.
me.
I rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
Must be nice. I rolled a
and
natural
then-
one.
Oh, well,
Dirty 20.
once I do a smash, I'm going to run an errand for Hush.
I
Gotta
got a
keep my skills
15.
going.
15, you said, Andre?
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Cool. Lubo? Oh, you got a 1, you said.
4.
Oh, a 4 total.
4
Cool.
total.
Nitsid? Were you the 13?
19.
9. Thank you.
Nana got you ready. That's stew.
It was the taffy.
It was the
It
Werther's
was the
original.
Werther's, yeah, absolutely. It was Werther's.
Sorry, this is going to take me a second. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
Have a
Andre
quick little
is
planning
Ezra. Ezra is Andre. Andre's a man.
Oh my
Ezra, Andre.
Remember to drop your questions in the Discord so we can have some interesting
yeah,
things to
yeah.
respond to.
Because there's a
tonight.
lot of people that had questions about what you went through.
But the chat is calling you. The chat is calling you Nandre now,
I see.
which
Nandre.
I'm kind of behind.
I like it.
I like it, Andre.
Nandre, I like that. You know I do. Put it on my luggage.
And then, sorry, one more, two more.
That's
Oh, they're talking about Face Off now, which I realized only like a month ago now, and I think I mentioned it before we were actually streaming one day, that it dawned on me that not only is it a face off, they are facing off with each other, and it blew my mind.
Buddy.
She
No,
was.
it was like 9 in the
9 years
morning
old.
one day, and it was like face off, face off. It was,
What's that line? The last line from Honey I Shrunk the Kids that he says? You know?
Rick Moranis, the
No.
person.
The son. He says like the last line. And
Oh,
it's
French
like,
class.
oh yeah, French class. That's a deep reference there, folks.
I gotcha.
Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves taught me about the importance of potassium and that it's found in bananas.
And bananas.
I remember that
Yep.
scene vividly.
This is God.
I really like that movie, and I have no reason to.
Really?
I do,
It
but I also haven't
awful-
seen it since I was like
Great.
12. But I had it on VHS, and I just like watched it all the fucking time because I had it. I just
Yeah.
had
Fair
it.
enough.
I remember liked it, and then as a girl, like anytime we would go to dances, me and my friends would do the dance that they did at the party scene.
Oh goodness.
That was like the dance to do.
It was just the
What was
only
that?
place.
The one. Danny, you should be talking right now. You need to be doing your work.
I'm all set. I'm just enjoying this.
Oh, okay. What were you fixing to say?
I was gonna say it was one of the only things I ever saw the voice of the dad from Dinosaurs do, not as a dinosaur. So I also appreciate that movie for that.
Excuse me.
I forgot who was all in that movie.
Yeah, he was the dad. He's the guy who one of the shrunken dads.
There were two dads.
I don't remember.
There was one dad that said he's all like he's
Justin, do you want to get back to D&D?
in the trailer. He was like, "What are you gonna do about it, Thumbelina?" I thought that was funny because of the trailer.
Pretty sure that was him. Been a month.
Oh, the fat one.
Hooray! Aura, shocker! I believe you're up because your dex is a little higher.
No,
than-
Starheart's first, but because she got a natural 20 though.
Oh,
No, what did you get?
A dirty 20.
Oh,
all right.
But don't you have
Yeah,
a
you get-
plus?
yeah. What's your
Don't you have a
initiative?
plus
Well,
to that
I
though?
added that in. I mean,
Oh, that's why it's
Discuss
a
amongst
dirty
yourselves.
20.
I mean,
Oh,
for
I see.
Okay.
So you
Because
rolled.
I rolled a 12 and it was plus 8 to get me to 20, but she
Wait,
rolled a
I
natural
go first in initiative?
You
Okay.
sure do.
Okay. Oh, did I still
I respect the
have
nat
this?
20.
I don't have that. Darn it.
Respect
I
the
went
net.
all
I want that
Healy
t-shirt.
because I was like, we're going
Respect
into the
the net.
mall. I probably shouldn't have any fun spells and just be a Healy healer. And then I was like, well, no, Andre could do that. And I didn't change him back. Okay. Well, shoot. Okay. What? That one.
His name's Ezra.
I don't know that. I still think he's Andre. I is it near me? What is it doing?
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
so
how
to lay
far
the
away is
land,
it from
you
us?
and all of your armies, all of your companions, everyone who descended into the maw with you are still standing. They're with you, but basically the floor, the walls, everything has scrunched all parties together into, I would say, maybe a 100-foot sort of thing. The ceiling is also descending above them and opens up and widens in front of the demon. So the demon has all this room to move, but you all are sort of wedged
Like
up
in
in
a
this
cone.
background. Yeah, basically, you are in the tip of a cone,
The tip of
and
a
it's coming
cone.
toward you, and it is
Is
currently
it a
What a
humanoid?
shame.
loosely humanoid. It's essentially one large blob of just darkness and wet and just,
Oh, it's Nexus, dude. It's freaking
I
Nexus
know
from
it
Fern Gully.
is.
Oil
trust
and grime.
Toxic love.
I would like
Toxic.
to cast no, I don't want to cast that. Shoot. I'll just cast a guiding bolt at it. That's fine. 'Cause the other thing I don't know. Where did you go? Oh, plus 3, 4, 19 to hit.
19 to hit does not hit.
What?
Damn. Oh,
19?
no.
Want to bless it?
Oh, guys, we're screwed. Yeah, no, I want to bless it too.
Yeah.
Bless it.
Group blessing.
We're blessing.
The blessing.
Blessing. Gotta use the blessing.
Does a 22 hit?
22 does hit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
According
gonna
to
grab.
your-
Okay. 1, 2, 3. How many is this? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you for the
4,
map,
5,
by the way.
6, 1
Thank you
more.
for the map.
Wait.
And
You want to
dragon
maybe
horse.
double the
from
size
that.
of that enemy there for me?
Well, that dragon horse is actually Hailstorm.
Oh, sorry. Never mind. That's your friend.
Oh.
And that owl
Okay.
thing, is that Doomerl?
Yes, I love the
I'll do
outfit.
another- Owl face.
Owl face.
So if you do Control T, you can resize it.
Hush.
More.
More sugar.
More. Is that better?
Not that one. That's your friend.
Not that one.
Ooh, I did good. 34
dude.
points of radiant damage, please.
How much?
Yeah, girl.
34. I hit almost all 6s on there. And I also
Enter.
pull out my
Spiritual weapon.
10.
thank you. No, the thing I drew from.
Cheers.
You're a spiritual
Yes.
tinker.
Yes, I pull out the
Slosh,
spiritual
slosh.
weapon. Yeah. Oh, whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Cool. On to Aura.
I'm gonna cast haste on myself.
Aura the horror.
And then it's still a ways away, or
It's maybe
close? Yeah.
yeah, like 20 feet in front of you. It's not super far.
Oh.
It's coming
great.
towards you.
Too close.
Too close. Too close.
About two spaces back, actually.
Yeah. Pop, pop.
Oh, I don't really
One
want to
more?
go try and get it, but
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
job.
Eldritch Blast, don't you?
Hello.
I do. Okay, well, she hit it with its an Eldritch Blast, a little guiding bolt, so I think I have advantage on this hit.
Mhm.
So I'm actually going to hit it with Chill Touch, because that actually does more damage.
You got advantage on it?
Yeah, because she hit it with a guiding bolt.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
Does a... Oh yeah, this should hit 22.
22 does hit.
Cool. 3d8. I never do Chill Touch. I really should, though.
Oh no, did you find another uber damagey weapon?
No.
This is the cantrip.
Can I I think I can only salvage attack weapon damage. It's 10. 11 points of necrotic damage.
11.
Oh,
11.
necrotic.
And then for reaction, I'm going to take out my blade that was already in my sheath. And then
For reaction?
my dagger was... Yeah, because it was... when I have to summon it, it's an action, but it was already on me. So it's a free action.
Yeah, it sounded like you said
Free.
furry action.
Free
Furry.
action. Furry action.
There it is.
Yeah. So I have action. And then I'll pull out my dagger and then bonus action light it up. And then I'm just going to wait and hold where I am. Kind of stay with the group for now. Which is probably a mistake, but that's the choice I'm making.
It's going to take a beautiful legendary action, and everyone needs to make a dexterity saving.
No.
Sweet.
27. I'm gonna use group reroll, please.
Okay.
Group reroll.
27.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
You're good. 27 is good. I'm going to let you know.
21.
18.
18 is good. You got a what?
Okay.
11, you said? 21. 21 is good. 11 is not so good. I'll roll for Star Hearts. Here.
Yeah.
It's fine. Half damage for it. La, 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 la. So that would have been. Gosh, no, hold up. So half damage. Sorry, full damage. 35. Necrotic. So here's what's going to happen. The creature rears back and sort of collects its slop from all around itself into this sort of like. You see it just scrunching itself into a thing and just pressurizing until it rips itself. It draws a claw against its own chest, and this dank liquid spills forth, splashes everyone in the group. So people who are able to find a rock to climb on top of, that sort of thing. So all of you who made your saves, you're only taking half of that.
17.
Yeah, so 17 damage to the rest of you. Bubo, you're taking 35. As it just, and it's poison damage, as it just hisses and burns your skin.
I'm going to evade that and only take 9.
Okay. Welcome back, Starheart. Take 17 damage.
What? No, I wasn't. No, I was not on this plane. I poofed. Remember?
There's nowhere to poof to. Hush is
Straight
with you
back
guys.
into acid.
Yeah. Hush just grabs you for a second, puts you on his shoulders, then puts you back.
Right.
Aw, he would totally do that. Yeah, I'm gonna say he did that.
He picks you up.
Yeah, he's
That's
just like,
adorable.
nope, not today.
Okay, so I'm just like so ingrained to go on errands at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I took my damage.
All right, Nitsage, it's your turn.
What's our ceiling? What's the height of our ceiling, please?
The height of your ceiling above you is, I would say, max 15 feet. I'm assuming you all are towards the front because you're the toughest kids here. So 15 feet, but as you go back, it goes down to like 5.
Sure, tough.
Wow.
It's
squishy.
And then, what's the ceiling look like above him?
About 50 feet. It's a pretty sharp angle down. Everything sort of
I'm
formed
gonna
itself to its
hop.
middle.
I'm gonna hop on Hailstorm, and take off toward it, and kind of stay on the ceiling as much as we can. Hopefully, going up higher. And how tall is he? How tall does that thing reach?
10 feet tall. You're not entirely sure
Okay.
if it's reach because its form hasn't been fully defined yet. But
Right. Sure. Okay, and I'm gonna cast. I'll cast Ray of Frost on it,
okay.
or at least try to. 22. Oh, we're all getting 22.
22 does.
Wonderful.
22.
3d8.
Also, for those of you in the chat, this is the monster drop from last week returned. And something I didn't talk about at the top while he's doing math is that if you guys like, you can still drop and create characters that you wish, and that's totally fine. But if you'd like, I also have a list of characters who have sort of died in the past of this campaign. I have a little bit of a list of that, so if you'd like to drop for one of them to come forward and perhaps torment our characters in a more emotional fashion, let me know, because I have those as well.
5 points of 9 points of cold damage.
9 points of cold damage. You got it.
And do I want to use this now? Yeah, I'll go ahead and use this now. And Hailstorm's gonna unleash his fiery breath attack.
Yeah.
A dex save of 13, please, for the creature.
Hey, thanks, Pond Plays. Sorry, a dex of 13.
Yes, please.
Crap, that's a fail.
Come on, you're not Dexy. You're
24
sludge.
points of fire damage as Hailstorm blows down fire upon him.
How many for? Is it 24?
24.
Thank you. Got it. Oof.
And that's our turn.
Okay. It is now the turn of the assassins. Vor and Truss are all going to sort of attack together.
Light him up!
So you see a brief, beautiful moment here. Eel drifts out and ahead of Hush, this sort of spectral form, and you see sort of a secondary spectral form sort of merge with it, coming from the shadows across from behind the monsters. They sort of bond together, and Eel is not perfectly whole, but at least a little more solidified on this plane. So Eel is going to be able to attack as well.
Soul was down here.
Cool.
But yeah, Hush is going to go nuts. So
Hush, 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 hush.
all right, so the assassins are going first. So this is Hush, Wesk, Stowler, and Bethel. So Hush is like, to me, go! And all four of them, like all four of them immediately just puff away. Time to play Danny's Guild game. Let's use that list. Hashtag character. Thank you, Arsenal2K, for that. I know just who to use.
Oh no! It's like Russian roulette. Like who's gonna get the person?
I don't like
Wonderful.
this.
Thank you for the
I don't like
donation.
this.
Yeah, thanks,
Thank you
Arsenal.
very
this.
much.
I don't like this.
Yay.
It's fine.
Perfect.
It's a chest DM powers. Everything's great.
I do have DM powers.
Yeah.
I'm reminding you.
I need to use them before the...
Yeah, you have to
Thanks,
use those games.
Gosh dang it.
So the assassins arrive, and they immediately just kind of sort of jump onto his back, which is a bad move. Their hands start to boil and blister as they're there, but Hush is able to sort of think through it, and he pulls out his daggers and he just starts fucking slashing. The other characters do so as well. You see, oh dear, you see Wesk just like pull out her blades, super fast stabs, just cut, and more of that horrible glop just kind of starts streaming out, but it also starts to seem to like whip back around and re-solidify into itself, at least partially. You see Stowler starting to just take fistfuls of this thing's flesh, tear it off, and throw it to the backside of the room. It's that super huge assassin. And Bethel just starts kind of flinging wherever she thinks she sees an eye, but as soon as she takes an eye out, another one opens on another portion of this creature's body. Just kind of keeps doing its thing. On to Vor. Is not particularly... He has no connection to the assassins, so he's going to do his Vor thing. The one thing he knows how to do.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom. And so you hear him sort of quietly say, he looks to the assassins, who aren't his friends. He doesn't know them. He's like, you might want to get away. And they're like... and as he's like... and just... that's gonna be full fucking
That's a boom boom.
That's a boom. That's a boom boom.
He is Zoomy Boom guy.
Yeah, Sparky Sparky
know
Boom
that.
Man.
Sumi.
Sparky Boom Man. Sorry. I knew it was something like that. Sparky Boom Man. I thought he had like
hardcore, I
grenades or
think.
something. I didn't know he's I didn't know it's from his brain.
So in the nick of time, the assassins are able to port back over to you guys, and it takes a decent chunk of damage as another portion of its like gloppy body is slathered off, just bubbles on the other side. Truss now moves forward. He draws his very ornate blade and just starts just hacking at the feet. He does not even make a dent. It's sort of like having been attacked now, it's in more defensive mode, so it starts to kind of like bounce its body away from the blade, like sucking itself in. You just can't get purchase on it. Next up is Andre.
Fantastic. I will cast.
Shouldn't it be Andre?
Huh?
I don't know.
I will cast Inflict Wounds at 5th level.
Damn.
I want to cause damage. Okay. 28 to hit.
Nice.
That will hit.
70, 10. 31 points of damage. And I will also pull out my spiritual weapon.
Pull it out.
And that is now spinning and about. So yeah, good there. That's all I got.
Okay. It's now the creature's turn. Yay! You see it sort of like reach its body out toward itself, like all the little bits and bobs that have just fallen off or been cut off from itself, and
Ew!
it just reestablishes its body, and then you see all of the eyes like close all over itself. It's quiet for a half a second, and then immediately just those needle-sharp tendrils blast from its entire surface. And everyone, please make a saving throw. I will allow acrobatics as well. Dex or acrobatics, something. Add whatever you like to make that happen.
Oh, I have a 0 in both of those.
It's like an acrobatic save.
If I'm on Hailstorm, oh, he's on.
Wait, if acrobatics is allowed, is athletics also allowed?
It's not about being strong; it's about getting out of the way. So, I'm gonna say no. For that.
If I'm on Hailstorm, is he making the save?
Oh yeah. If you're riding it.
Okay.
25.
16 for Diva.
26.
17.
Do I have a blessing? I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we
use.
got a lot of group
I'm gonna use my blessing.
blessing. Use the blessing.
17
Wait, that was
for
17
Hailstorm.
before, and then you added with your fingers. Was there more?
No, it's 17.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. You all actually succeeded. I think. Wait, sorry. Or what was yours? Yours is the one I don't remember.
25.
You're fine. Half damage. But.
17.
So that's going to be 11 damage for all of you, piercing. And you see the whispers didn't quite get out of the way fast enough, so they get hit hard. Everybody else has still got hit, but they're moving away from the bulkier of those needle tendrils. But you see some of them don't get back up. It was a group of maybe 40 men, and now they're down to maybe 50, not like they're down to
That's
30.
okay. Their spirits just rise up and keep fighting.
So some of the whispers fall. On to the masters of the college. It's going to be I'm just gonna roll once for everybody and make my life easier.
Master.
So you see Master Ebelforth step forward.
I've had enough of this nonsense!
And he reaches an arm out toward the sort of conical side of the wall that you're in. He makes this scraping motion with his hand, and the rocks themselves, kind of like as if a massive version of his own hand was just peeling it like clay. He widens out the gap for everyone to be able to spread out and make room. And then he flings that stone at the demon itself.
Dang.
That it. It just smashes into this demon, and it does a decent amount damage. We'll say Master Green Jib is not built for this fight, so he doesn't do anything. Master Brayhan also can't do much for this. Oh, actually, that's not true. That is not true at all because of all the magic he's absorbed. So he he has a wistful look in his eyes as he steps forward, sort of like remembering a naughty memory, for that is how he gains his powers. And then he just kind of like, and you just see this like lightning just escape from the palm of his hand, just and hit that guy, hit the demon. Thing. Blah, blah, blah. Doesn't hit him for much though. Let me see who else we got. Mistress Shale. She immediately, she just puts her fists together, brings her hands down, and you just see radiant shields of light fall in front of the entire length that you are all currently standing behind. So there's a sort of like a wall of holy light as a barrier between you and this demon. And Nitzig, you would know enough about this to know that you're going to be able to fire out. It's just going to be harder for it to come through. Cool. Mistress Ares. Hey, RF Chaos, thank you for the raid. Mrs. Ares begins to... she sort of like rips her backpack off of her back and just like, boom, she just starts throwing random objects on the ground. She starts kind of sprinkling chalk powder into a bit of a circle, and she just sits. She closes her eyes and she just starts speaking in an ancient tongue to herself. And Mistress Real is just off in a corner screaming this whole time. She's been she's having
goodness.
And on to this Pharaoh. Thank you for the follow, Temporal Mechanic. Pharaoh. So Pharaoh and the Lem, as well as Setzer and his men. So I'm going to make 2 rolls for them. Oh, sweet. Okay, so Pharaoh and the Lem, they're getting themselves together. They're prepping an attack as opposed to making an attack. So they pull out all their weapons, all of their swords. They're starting to make an organized assault to push forward. They slide the Whispers back behind themselves. They form a guard in front of them. And all of their curved weapons are ready to go. Whereas Setzer and his men are not careful. They're men of the sea. They're men of action. And they're not too bright, unfortunately. So Setzer and all of them are going to charge forward of the shields with their cutlasses drawn and just start swinging. And I'm rolled for them because they, as a group, got a...
Nice.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So they have done... Oop, I did that backwards. I accidentally gave it more life. My apologies. You can't tell, but I sure can. So they do their damage, and they're like, that's right, boys, that's right, lads, that's how we do. And then you see the demon sort of just, like lots of ripples in its flesh form sort of a grin. It looks like a smile. And they all have to make a save as it makes another legendary action, and they are not fast enough to get back behind the shield in time. Ooh. As it, once again, it draws several claws across its own chest, and just more of this glop just hits all of them. Captain Setzer, all of his men in the eyes, and it just like solidifies and starts burning into their faces. You just hear screams. A couple men die outright from the pain and the just intensity and how deep it was able to burn and burrow. But the rest of the group is blind, and they just start running in any given direction. They can't make it back to the shield, clearly. A couple do just by accident. Setzer's still in the middle of it. That's it for them. And then it's the Whisper's turn, but they're going to hold back because they just lost a good chunk of their numbers. And Bubo, it's your turn.
About time. I'd like to combine my Solite sword with the staff and shoot a blast. Shoot her!
Shoot her. Shoot it.
Oh, drat.
Use a blessing?
Use a blessing or a reroll. We have them both.
I'm gonna use a reroll.
Use them. Use them up.
Oh, man.
There we go.
Yes.
That's a
That
dirty
could work.
20.
That works.
Is that it?
No.
Oh, use a blessing.
Bless it. It's
Yeah,
worth it.
yeah.
Bless it. All you have to do is
I'm
roll a
blessed.
2.
Wait. Did you just say a dirty 20 did not hit?
That's
Right.
correct.
Yeah.
Mate, did I hear that right? Oh
did.
my
You did.
god.
So it's either a 21
now
or
we're at a-
22. We don't know yet.
Now we're at a
I don't like
24.
it.
That
I
hits.
don't like it.
Yeah. Okay. Okie dokie.
Go, Boobo, go.
And we're gonna do. What'd you say? 2d12s was that Starlight Blast?
Did you use a reroll as well?
I did. Yeah.
You did.
Cool.
We're at 11
And
for
11.
pre-roll. That is 15 Starlight, blinding Starlight energy, whatever you want to call it.
Sweet. You see this creature begin to just bubble and pop the second that holy light smacks it. It's just not in the same way that it's controlling its own cuts and thick bleeding. It's just like sears it like a steak. It's just bad for it. Fabulous. And here's the character drop. Thank you, chat, for allowing me to choose from my list. Nitsage, you hear something that's haunted your dreams for quite a long time. You hear the heavy flap of wings. You hear a child's cries.
Son of a bitch.
And slightly behind the demon, you see a young child, but time has passed. It's a little bit older than the last time you saw it, and it has this emotionless expression on its face. It's maybe a toddler now, and it's on one crook of an arm of the demon, and the demon just seems to be sort of like petting her hair as he just
Is it the
grins at
same? It's the same shadow thing that's, or
Absolutely.
another demon?
It is the exact same demon, and he's grinning and looking directly at you.
I'd like to use my DM powers now, please.
All right.
Oh, dang.
Give me my bracer back, please.
That exists on the other plane. You could just get it back for
Oh my
kids.
Not even here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this.
All right. I don't have
I
my
have a
fancy.
okay.
It's in the other room.
Timer?
I have a
Do you
timer.
want me to time?
I'm good.
You got it? Okay.
All right.
Okay. On your mark, get set, go. I hear Nana's voice in my head saying, "Be your own strength, Nitsage. Use what I know." And I feel this rush of power come through me as I'm on Hailstorm, and I unleash the same blast that she did to just destroy her house and annihilate the shadow demon, leaving only a shadowy arm gripped to the child. And there is another voice, and it's almost omniscient, and it says, "Welcome, thank you for coming." And it's the voice of Clote. I don't know his voice, and he gives us all full health.
Yes. Cool. All right.
Thank you, full health.
It made sense to me, and I just know that we are going to be in this mall for a long time. So
Panicked.
panicked. Okay.
I was
It's like ding.
help, so I'm happy. Thank you.
So it's an odd
That's my
sight
favorite.
when you so you blast that shadow demon away. The arm is the only thing that remains. The toddler falls to the ground, not too high off, maybe 4 or 5 feet from the ground, wherever it was beating its wings. She lands. The arm clatters to the ground. She just picks it up and just kind of carries it almost in the same way that it was carrying her. And she just looks at you, Nitsage.
Are we out of combat, or are we still?
No, she's behind the larger demon. You just got a really nice shot. But that's her turn.
Oh, so that's what I asked. So there's 2 demons, right? The one holding on to her.
No, so there's the big one that you've been fighting, and then the winged one that just showed up that you just obliterated. So now there is currently just the one demon, but she's kind of cradling its arm now, like it's familiar to her.
Okay.
I think he thought it was.
Yeah.
Oh, you thought you were
Sorry,
getting rid of the
I had asked. Yeah.
Oh, I
There's
see,
a
I
little
see.
miscommunication there. I thought the big one had like.
Oh, big ass wings.
You said wings. You
I see
said
what you're
wings. I don't. Hold on. Let me think about this real fast. Okay. Story wise, I probably want to have some kind of interaction with that winged one. So let's do the big one. Let's have. I've annihilated the big ooze one and left the winged one there.
That's
Okay.
perfectly fine. Sure. Yes. All right. So yeah, the big one just crumples and boils and bubbles away. Some of the college masters rush forward to help Setzer and his men fix their eyes. There's lots of sort of healing light going on, so you don't have to waste your efforts there. Lots of screaming. Some of them don't get their eyesight back. Others do. Setzer seems okay, but most of his men are pretty fucked. All right. That brings it back up to Starheart.
Starheart!
So now, to paint the stage, big demon gone. Now there's just a little winged demon holding a young toddler girl.
Do I recognize the girl?
I know Nitsage saw her. Was it just you?
No one else was down there.
So it's just a little girl?
It's a little girl being cradled by a demon.
So this is the child that got taken when I was in the dungeon after Kelrek was unleashed onto the earth or the world, and the shadow demon.
I don't think I was there for that.
Everyone was above.
We were.
You guys were above on another ring.
No, I mean, I don't know if I was there for that session because I do not remember this whatsoever.
It was a
pretty
quick detail, but it was
Okay, but it was like
She might
kid.
not have been, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to cast. So how high up are they? The creature and the
5
child.
feet off the ground. They're just kind of hovering.
Oh, so they're not okay. If they're just kind of hovering, and I'm nearby, then does the child look okay?
She seems unharmed. She actually seems uncomfortably calm for the situation that she's just witnessed and is currently a part of.
I'm going to reach out, and you can let me know if this is a persuasion check or something. I'm not sure. But I want to reach out and try to kind of cajole her to come to my arms instead. Like I know it would be a little bit of a drop, but I'm going to try to catch her.
Sure. Okay.
If she's calm, I feel like that.
She's very calm.
You can tell me if
but
that's not something I could do.
What would you say to her?
What would I say to her? You said she's a toddler?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she can understand some stuff. I don't know how old.
Hi.
It's Perry here too? Perry, then
Your dragon?
Perry pops his, yeah. Perry pops his head out to,
You left.
Yeah, I
him?
thought he was
Left
safe with
Perry on the
someone.
ship.
Yep.
Oh.
He's back behind.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think I left him. I thought I just asked someone to take care of him after. Did I leave
You
him?
asked Bubo to. I thought you left
To take care of him if anything happened to me, I thought.
I could be
That's
wrong.
what
I could be
that's what
wrong.
I remember.
Yeah, I thought
Okay,
it was an
anyway,
after
so-
the fact thing. Like if she died.
Yeah, I
you
thought it
take
was
care
if
of this
I
dragon,
yeah.
but I don't remember it.
That's what I was intending, at least. That's what I remember. So I'm going to say Perry's with me then.
And I look to her and I say, would you like to come say hello to my friend? Auntie Starheart can catch you.
Now you can roll that persuasion roll.
Okay.
Come on. Don't suck. Oh, can I do a reroll, please?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I bet Starheart would try to play with the kids in The Shining too.
Okay.
She totally would.
And die.
25.
Yeah. So she she sort of like gently touches the arm of the demon that's holding her up. He sort of like lowers his arm and lowers his wing beats so that she steps off of his arm to the ground, and she's got arms outstretched for Perry.
For Perry specifically.
Yeah, you said you want to meet my friend.
Here. Yeah. Here, come here. We'll go this way.
And I'm trying to lead her away from this flying thing, because that's what I perceive as the threat. I don't think it's this kid.
She wants to come to you. She wants you to come to her.
And we want to go this way first. It's safer over here.
She takes a step backward toward the demon.
Oh, Perry?
I see if he wants to go to her or not. What does he feel? Just because animals can tend to sense stuff, you know? Like a dog won't go to like a
worldly. Perry is still a young little dragony pup, and is just like,
yeah, but he's
face.
magic.
He's magic. He's still getting his bearings on the world, and I just rolled for him, and he didn't roll too hot.
Okay.
There it is.
I hold Perry out for her to pet, so he's still with me.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Quick
And
as lightning, you see little tiny hands just grip around Perry, and she snatches him from your hands, and she just has this sort of claw around, like it's like one wing's popping out here, another arm's popping out here, and you can see him starting to like squirm and try to get out. And she's just like, dragon.
Yes, be careful, please. He's my friend. Please.
Small.
He is small, but I think you're hurting him a little bit.
As a matter of fact, you can, due to your recent connection with Perry, you can feel exactly, or at least you're able to sort of feel on an internal graph exactly how much pain Perry is feeling, and it's quite a bit for such a little dragon.
Oh, can you put him on the ground? He likes to just be looked at, please.
Thank you. She turns around and starts patting away.
No.
Hold person. I cast hold person. Fuck nugget. Okay.
Longest
Wisdom saving
turn
throw of
ever.
a 15. What'd you say?
Hey, thank you for the
Hey,
No.
Thank you.
Personal, are
And
you
so do
gonna
I-
let him?
Thanks.
For hold person, do I make a saving throw?
Arsenal.
Yeah, wisdom.
Thank you. You got
Roll
a
low.
15.
She beats it.
But it is 15.
Yep.
She beats it.
No. I don't like this.
She continues to move forward, and the demon swoops between you. And Aura, it's now your turn.
I'm gonna look over at Bubo. Bubo, please stay close, and I'm gonna run up toward the demon and start a hacking and a slashing.
I changed
Okay,
my mind. Don't like my choices.
You did what you did,
you
bud.
already had a 10-minute turn. You should have.
All right. First attack. Oh, popped right out of the box. Is a 26 to hit on the first one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. Second attack is a 23 to hit.
Yep.
Thirsting blade. Oh, this might actually miss. Is a 15.
Yeah, that won't hit.
I'm gonna bless it. I think that's my blessing, right? I can use my blessing.
That's a reroll. For
That is
you.
a
It's a
reroll.
reroll.
Oh, sorry.
I'll use my reroll then. Okay, thirsting blade. Is a dirty 20 hit?
Yes.
Okay. And then bonus action attack dagger. Does an 18 hit?
Yes. Oh man, that was a lot of. Misses.
Am I in range of Bubo? For my
Yeah, you should be. You're all pretty close to each other, so yeah.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3.
Are you adding the right attack
1, 2, 3.
attack rolls?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus 13 plus 10.
1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1.
1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1. Light damage.
I feel so bad. Perry's
Yeah,
never
sneak
gonna
attack.
trust me
So,
again.
Okay, that's right. Okay.
Dice magic.
Keep. Reroll savage attack. Okay. Aura's murder in it. Just a moment.
Ooh, there's a button for that. I made a
I
button.
think you added 13 to all of them.
Oh, there is a
No, I
button for
didn't.
that.
I added
There's a
10 to
button
the
for
last
that.
one.
Hit the
The
button.
last.
I did.
7 plus 10 is 17, not 20.
Oh, I'm sorry. The last one would have been a 17, not an 18, because I said 18.
That still would have hit a slightly lesser demon.
Lesson learned: do not handle.
Don't be cheating.
I'm not cheating. I did math wrong, but
No, Perry's not gonna die. If Perry dies, I'm gonna feel. No, he can't. No.
Okay.
No.
I don't think I would.
Thought I was doing a good
for any
thing.
reason.
It's all good. You tried.
I wouldn't have. Okay.
I thought Starheart felt she was doing. Yeah.
55 points of damage, and then what is this? 8, 10, 18 of that is holy damage from the
Holy
Yep, got it.
damage.
holy damage. Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, you like blast a wing of like all the carving that's happening. It's just he's grounded at this point, no longer flying.
Okay. And I'm in between him and Starheart, and just ready to attack some more.
Yee. All right, Nitzid, you're up. And also remembering there is at your convenience sort of holy shields between you and this thing should you want to use them. Like you could easily just step back and get through it, or step forward and go past it.
Sure. Then I'll have Hailstorm fly kind of in the beam of radiant light, right? Mm-hmm. Is that what it is? The beam? Sure. And then upon looking at this, I'm going to hold monster at level 5 as a wisdom save of 17, and because of the, I'm going to go ahead and give you a roll.
Oh, okay. My mistake.
You rolled a 10.
All right, that's better than what I got, so I'll take it.
Damn it. Well, whatever. Does it beat a 17?
No, not even close.
So, upon having that little gift from Nana, I was able to take a half a second and figure out that this thing is not going to succeed with my portent ability. So the monster is held. The monster is held, and I actually have Hailstorm quickly fly down to the ground.
Okay.
And I'd like to hop off and run and kneel up to the little girl
Okay.
and say, I know you. You are not this. Let it go. You're hurting it.
It's a friend.
But you're hurting it.
Roll a.
It needs to be. Ugh.
Roll a persuasion, please.
Come on, it's it.
I'm going to use a blessing.
Do it.
Do it.
Oh yeah.
I grow blessing.
19.
She looks at you like very sort of pouty. She reaches it out towards you. She loosens her grip. Show me how.
Do you want me to keep going, or do you want to?
Yeah, we can take a break. We take a quick moment for this.
I knew your mother before you got taken by that fiend. This is not where you need to be. Starheart, and I yell to Starheart to come close. Starheart, don't be frightened. Don't be sad. She's very confused. Show this little girl what love is. Show her love, Starheart.
I take Perry and I scratch him under his chin.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go to the girl and I say like this. Yeah.
Perry does a little purr, and she's smiling, and you. For a slight moment, you all forgot there's a demon being frozen behind you, but yeah, so she's sort of disarmed, but yeah. So she's good.
Right when Starheart came up, my eyes were on the demon.
Cool. Yeah, it's still like you can see, like, even though its outer form is held, its sort of liquid, shadowy form inside is like swirling, trying to like push against various like portions of itself to try and break out, but it just can't.
And then I tell, I think the assassins are next. And I go, she's all yours.
It would be my absolute pleasure.
And you see Hush, you normally see him sort of like from place to place, but he sort of just relaxes with a smile, and he becomes this sort of effervescent cloud of a person. You see this sort of smile up front as he just clouds forward, and effortlessly, just like silently, as his blade just slices this shadow in half, and like an ink bottle crack, you just see the shadow just flicker as all of its shell kind of shatters to the ground and disappears. You're out of combat. You're back in the maw. Some casualties, but otherwise pretty good.
You know this little girl?
Not per se. What is your name, little one?
Darva.
Narva?
What?
Darva.
Darva.
She was taken by that fiend when I was in the dungeons of Copper Forge. After Kelrek came out, he is an offshoot of Kelrek. He was. She needs to get back home.
I don't know how that works.
Hush.
Yes.
Can you bamf out of here?
I hadn't thought about it.
And he's gone for a second or two, and then he's back.
Not as such, no. I'll have to climb out like the rest of you. There's a sort of barrier to keep consciousness inside. And her.
I have. Sorry, what, Hush?
He just said that hurt.
I have a thought. I can't go.
Shoot, no, this wouldn't work.
You know the thing where it was kind of like the nightmare, but we were awake and we all saw things? Do we all remember that? That just happened like an hour ago, maybe? Right?
Yes.
Okay. Did anyone see anyone who might like having some company or be able to take care of a little girl for a bit until we leave?
I look and see, is the little girl, does she, Andre, does this little one here have, is she dead or is she alive? Because last time I saw her, she was smaller. She's been aging.
Yes. I try to sense whether I can feel life.
She's alive.
Oh.
As far as I can see, she's healthy.
Aura, get the porthole out.
Right.
We're getting her right to the ship.
Yeah, right. Okay. And I'll kneel down to her level, and I'll be ready with the knobs facing her.
So, you've been in this darkness too long, little one. You had a mother. You have family. And you have a better life than you had down here. We're going to have you go back above where you're safe.
Maybe give her mother's name so she can find her.
I didn't get her name. She was screaming in the dungeon.
She's from Copperforge, right?
Yes, so she'll still be
She might be in the steam thing.
I don't know.
Have her
if
ask
she's
for my
survived.
family. My family will take care of her.
Okay.
The Flintboard?
She'll be on the ship until we get back.
Okay.
When we get back, then we can address where we can take her.
Yeah.
Um,
What is the, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on his name. The navigator that we left in charge. Talbot?
Talbot.
Yes, Talbot.
We can have one of the assassins go back.
Go with her. One of the
Escort her.
hurt ones, perhaps.
Yes, Hush, do you have any in your party that can go back and
They're better used
give
here.
information?
I could send some of the injured whispers out, maybe. I'm sure they'll
Yes,
listen
that's
to
I
probably
think that's a
better.
good idea.
Yes, please send two. We don't know what she's capable of being in the presence of that shadow demon.
Let's make sure she's watched, but cared for.
Right. All right. Come now, little one.
And he walks off with her. He introduces her to a couple of the whispers, and he is shockingly good with kids. They have this little moment where he
I can
takes
see that. I can see that.
he takes a top hat from one of the whispers and puts it over her head, does some peekaboo stuff until she's finally giggling, and then he ushers them back over to the portal.
All right. Now you be good. But take extra bacon. I hear a jerk brought the pig, so don't feel bad about eating it all.
And she just kind of like,
She seems ready to go. She'll be watched.
Good. And I'll go ahead and turn the knobs accordingly.
just opens up into the captain's quarters, where you see a very, very confused Talbot. He's like, "Mom, do you need help? Is it time? Is it evacuation time?"
No, not yet. We found one that
Doesn't need to be there.
doesn't need to be there.
Right.
And
Okay.
I'll gently kind of push her through.
Oh, Oh, hello. Like you see his arms come through and like very awkwardly like pick her up like he's never seen a child in his life. She's kind of like just being picked up by the pits. She's just kind of like dangling. So, and the two whispers follow through as well.
By the way, for you all, if things go down, this is how we get out.
There's a sort of collective understanding, and those who didn't quite hear, the information passes in a matter of minutes.
All right, and I'll come back through and I'll close it up.
Andre,
Yes.
did you hear a voice?
Earlier,
Yes.
while we were fighting?
Yes.
Yes.
Who was that?
I believe it was Clote.
Oh. Okay, well, I feel better than I was, so can you tell him thank you for me?
You can tell him yourself. He can hear everything down here.
Okay.
Thank you, Clote. We're coming for you.
With those
sort
last
of.
statements, the sort of deformed portion of where you all were standing resets itself to the more cavernous version of itself, and there's lots of darkness before you. However, you're able to see something that you couldn't necessarily see before, and it's a glimmer of silver, the thinnest spider silk thread. It looks like. It's not that. That's the closest thing you can think of. There's like an energy like rushing across it, high above your heads. You can't reach it where you are, but it seems to be going in one direction, and you're able to see further in the darkness, way where it's past that magically black point. You can see that same light also going towards roughly the same direction. They seem to converge somewhere off into the distance. But as far as floor and walls and everything, it's undefined. The tunnels aren't here. They were where you fell below, and this is a wide open space at this point.
I think at least we have a heading.
Indeed.
Everyone all set?
Yeah.
I am.
How's Perry, Starheart?
How's Perry? How's Perry?
You check in with him, and he's recovered. It's kind of like if you sort of like if you have a dog and like a kid doesn't really know how to be gentle. They're like unhappy for a few seconds, but now it's like things are back. He's back with you. He's pretty happy. He's a little shaken. He's wary. He's aware that the area is probably not the safest, so he's tucking a little further, that sort of thing.
I let him burrito inside my tunic. Or whatever.
I suppose we have our heading. Andre?
Yes.
Derek at the desk said that you had checked in a while ago? Did that have something to do with when you were bit?
No.
Maybe we can discuss that
Sure.
later.
Of course.
By the way, did you see what came out of my arm? Goodness.
Yeah, what was that?
That's from Nana, so...
Can you do that again?
I don't know.
It would be great if you could do that more than once.
I agree with you. Apparently I'm supposed to be able to do that.
What?
Well, it's a whole thing. When we talk to Andre about his thing, we can talk about my what I'm supposed to be as well too.
Okay.
Andre,
Here's
did you
the
have
tip.
something to say before I?
Call on Nana more often.
I was unexpected. I don't know how things work down here, so I was grateful that came out of me, and I know what not Kelric power feels like. So that's good.
And she said she gave you
Excuse
tough
me.
love?
Yes.
I would have liked to have met this woman.
Yeah, and I had seafood stew as well.
That sounds wonderful.
It was delicious. Don't be jealous.
I'm a little. Shall we?
Of course.
Go on,
And-
Andre.
No, and I, whenever we have some downtime, I'm happy to explain now.
Well, you're still you, so I'm fine with that.
So we gotta go down that way.
I think so. And it looks like all lines lead that way.
But do we want to follow the lines? Do we trust the lines? Are they good lines or are they demon lines?
I don't think
Nothing's
we have a
good
choice.
down here, Starheart.
That's true.
Nothing.
So no more lending out your pets.
Yeah, stop handing out
I
your good
didn't
items.
rent. I'm not handing.
You literally gave it to her.
You literally
There
handed
was-
it over.
Okay. In my defense, there was a flying demon and then there was a little baby.
With very
Who
dead
showed
looks
up
in her eyes.
with the flying demon.
Listen,
Yeah,
kids, listen.
but was not happy about it, clearly. You know?
In the
You
horror
look
books
at the
I've
girl,
read-
she's like, no.
In the horror books
I'm
I've read,
surprised you've read horror books. I did not think
They're
that was a genre
exhilarating.
you would enjoy.
I have horrible nightmares for it, but I love a good story. If it has a good story, I'm going to read it. And we're walking as we're talking.
And we're walking.
Yeah.
You don't trust young people around death things. It's just not. It's not good.
And
Well,
remember,
I'm young
nothing
and you
down
all
here
trust
is
me
what it
around
seems.
death things. Right?
As you're walking, you see Hush kind of keeps pace with you, Nitsage. He leans over to you for a quick second, actually to you as well, Bubo. He kind of takes you in briefly. He's like,
Don't look from side to side. Just walk with me for a moment and get on your heart beasts and fly. Meet me up 20 feet.
and
Oh,
after about
okay.
20 seconds, he hops on Eel, which is a little more again solidified now. So you see him like just behind like the Brook of Eel's neck as he flies his dragon up.
I look at Bubo and go, let's go, I guess.
All right, sounds good.
So you all fly up next to him, and
So this way, at least it
I
looks
look
like...
back at. I look back at. Oh, sorry. I look back at Aura. I go, we'll be right back.
Again, fly casual, as it were. I do not think it was necessarily
casual.
wise to show your exit from this place to the entirety of our party. I need you to understand that not everyone came back out of those holes the same as they went in them. And I think that many of our crew and those who have joined us might be desperately seeking a way back to the surface sooner rather than later. Keep an eye on them.
Oh.
Keep an eye on your escape. Things will get much worse before they get better.
Oh dear.
Just keep that in mind. But there's another thread.
as he points ahead, you see there's another one of those very, very thin silvery threads glinting in the darkness. And as you round a sort of wide-walled corner, we're talking maybe 200 feet high, you still can't see the top. You can still see the floor. Some magical light is able to illuminate that. But more and more threads seem to be coming through the walls, from the darkness above, and all these things just all turning, making angles as they kind of swirl their way around, pulsing light, traveling these minuscule, like, molecule thick little threads as you travel. He begins to dive back down.
Bubo,
Well?
do you think we should switch holders for now? Who's holding onto the portent?
Portal.
The porthole?
Yeah, who's got it now?
Well, Aura has the bag of holding, which the portal is in. Do you want to hold it?
The
Just
Aura
to-
can't have it?
Well, I don't know. I figure that if they saw her have it, maybe whoever Hush was talking about might go after her first. But if you
Right.
have it now,
Do you think-
maybe it's like a...
Well, we should probably clue her in on what's going on, I'd agree.
Well, of course. Maybe it can be
And
like
then,
a
yeah.
hot potato sort of thing.
Yes, perhaps we can pass it around. So it's not in any one person's possession for a long time. Perhaps they'll lose track
Okay.
of who has it. But we'll know.
Right, we'll know. Okay.
Great.
Sounds good. I fly back down.
Me too.
So
Everything all right?
Yes, everything's fine. You have the thing, right? Yeah, the bag of holding. The portal bag of holding.
I message Aura in my mind and say,
yeah, you do that, do that.
We need to switch up the holders of the bag of holding with the portal because Huss just informed us that people might want to get out of here before they do.
As I'm hearing this in my mind, I'm starting to kind of scan faces and start to look for that mutinous look. You know, that look? Starting to look for it.
She's a captain. She knows that.
Yeah, make a, I would say insight or investigation. I work for this for me.
They're both the same. 18.
Nice. So you scan everybody, and there are lots and lots of people here. But you notice that lots of Setzer's men's, the ones who can still see, a good chunk of them no longer look committed to the cause. Setzer himself is stalwart as can be, like he's upset, he's hurt, he's all these things, but he's okay and he's still here for the fight. It looks like, as far as anyone else who would stand out as some of the whispers as well. And as far as you can tell, those are the clearest, like, these people are not happy, and there are a lot of them. But most of the ones that you would be more worried about in a danger's sense seem to still be pretty steady.
Can I message her again and just say, to be honest, if they want to go, why don't we just let them go?
Do you think they'll be dangerous if we send them back to the ship?
I have no idea the repercussions. Messaging still. Hush said that people have changed already since being down here, so I don't know. I would hate for people to go against their will of doing something that they are not full-hearted in.
I just don't want them wreaking havoc on the ship.
Maybe that's something that we all can talk about a little all at once further down the group.
What do you want me to do with this thing for now?
Sneakily hand it to Bubo.
I'm gonna reach into the bag of holding, and I'm gonna grab I've got some cult member robes in there. I'm gonna pull out the robe and then stealthily as I can pull the portal out and kind of hide it under the robe and say, well, Bubo, if you're so cold, and just chuck it at Bubo.
Okay.
The robe.
The whole bag, so Bubo's not carrying around a porthole.
Is it small?
It's like this. It's like big enough for people to get into.
I'll let you undo that one because it's pretty fucking huge.
I'm not cold at all. What are you talking about? I'm rather warm down here in hell. It's fine.
How am I supposed to give him the... Oh, I guess I can't respond to you now.
Sneakily, give him the bag of holding.
Boo-boo.
I'm standing right next to you guys. I'm like, are you finished yet?
Boo-boo, won't you come with me, please? And just through her teeth, she takes his hand and leads him around the corner.
I look.
Oh, where are we going?
I need to show you this. Over here, around the corner.
Goodness.
I'm gonna say you make your hand off, but yeah, you're just not subtle about it. You can't even roll for that weirdness. That was great.
For a rogue, you suck right now.
I'm good at taking things away from people. I'm not good at putting them back on them.
Oh my goodness. Starheart would have been a better stealthy than you were.
I didn't know you wanted to hold the bag. Wouldn't they just know that it's in the bag? Wouldn't they just look for whoever's wearing the bag?
He said he could hide it. He's got cloaks. He's under armor.
They would notice I'm not wearing the bag then.
Right, but they don't know who.
For the love of God.
I want to say that while they're doing this, because Starheart hasn't been privy to any of this, but everyone else is privy to what's happening. So, Andre, you are too, right? Weren't you for a second? Okay, so then, Andre, you can be a part of this hijinks too. So, Starheart has decided to put her arm through Andre's and is singing a "We're Going Into the Maw" song as they go further into the maw.
In minor.
Has just been doing that.
Sure. And like Rustflame sings along because he's in full giving no fucks mode.
Oh, he knows the words too? Because I'm making them up as I go.
He picks up the tune. He's a chantier. He's used to that. So he's just, he picks it
Into
up.
the mall, into the mall, into the mall, into the mall.
I imagine Starheart sings horribly off key. She hasn't sung before, but that's... Yeah, that sounds right.
All right. So we'll pull out for a moment and we'll say that you all travel like this for quite some time. Hours are spent down here, it feels like. You all continue. You make quick camps. You have some rations. Rinse. Repeat. You continue to travel. The terrain is no longer flat after a day or so. It begins to get rockier. It's like, stalactites, stalagmites everywhere, but eventually they start to resemble more columns that seem to just reach on and up forever. The ground itself becomes just like crazy dips and rises, jagged steps too large for human or quai legs. This place, it starts to resemble more and more a home of larger creatures. And as you make camp around a darker corner somewhere, but it's got four sides to it. There's a bit of a door. It seems whatever room this was has been forgotten. You and the rest of your crew and the other crews make a sort of final camp. But you do note as you get closer and closer and deeper into this area, those threads continue to just flash in the darkness above your heads.
Can I bring Andre up with me on Hailstorm, and maybe we can do an Arcana check? Andre, do you know what these threads are?
Maybe. Danny?
Yeah, they kind of...
You'll have to roll for that and roll for it. You have to go up and investigate it for sure.
All right.
They almost look like, it reminds me of like ley lines, with spirits and stuff. Maybe there's spirits coming through. Yeah. Yeah, can we do an Arcana check for that or something like that?
Sure.
And I will cast guidance on you. So you
We're get advantage because Andre's helping me, or
I'll say yes.
You get a D4 because he guided you.
D4? Oh, that's going to be off the charts.
Yeah.
Better be.
Oh, I mean, not off the charts, but 24.
Okay. So Andre, as you're sort of being like lowered by Hailstorm's claws, I'm gonna say you fly up there to get a closer look, because looking at it, no idea, no actual hard evidence. But
can we both be on the back of Hailstorm since he's big enough?
Oh, sure, yeah. So you'll reach out, and Andre, looking at it, you gain no new knowledge. So you reach out. Actually, I'll give this to you. Do you touch it or do you not touch it?
I would touch it.
Wonderful. So the instant your finger touches that thread, you are no longer seeing what's around you. You see this rush of light and this flickering, like just lightness, darkness, lightness, darkness, lightness, darkness, until it solidifies. And what you now see is like this sort of zoomed out connection between one figure and another figure. To your left, you see an almost ordinary looking man screaming in agony. One of those threads, but now in this place, that thread, it still has the same effects, but it looks to be a chain. And it is building outward toward another figure. And as you turn your head to follow each link in that chain, you see a very familiar slender figure, deep red lines in its face, a very calm, pleasant smile standing as all of that light, every little blink and sliver of energy coming from and through that chain just pulses up the familiar form of Elish Basir. And just before your hand releases, you see the head turn and look directly into your eyes. Andre Cape. Or are you really Andre Cape? No matter. We'll still have you yet, my friend. Be at peace, one way or the other. We shall meet soon. Enjoy my handiwork. And you're back out.
Are you okay? Your eyes went blank. What happened?
I saw him. Not Kelrick. I saw Bashir.
Oh, son of a... What are these lines? What are these threads?
These are his chains.
Chains like that he is manipulating Cloat with, or
every source of power.
Can we cut these chains?
I grab my spiritual weapon and I try and shove my ring disc through one of the chains.
There's a brilliant flash of holy light. It makes an almost beautiful harp-like noise when you hit it. That same sort of like sound, like a long cable or skates on a hollow ice.
Not like this, apparently.
So if we keep following the... Do you hear that?
The midnight train is coming.
Train. No way, these tracks haven't been used for years.
So to answer your question, Dead Boy 42, the character drop was the demon with the small child, and the monster drop is right now. And we'll of course have to fight it next week. But so as you are discussing what to do, that beautiful sort of harp / like twangy noise
spider.
Right?
Continues, but then you see some of the other ones start to move.
Son of a gun. I'm out. Porthole up.
Clever girl.
And
Porthole up.
from the vibrations, it's kind of like if there was like a bead of water on a string and you were to pluck it, and something just flies up off of it. Instead, it's flying down, and it's a small figure that not much larger than you, Andre. And then boom, 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 and you hear Hush and the Lem, and the Lem and Pharaoh and everybody just kind of cry out at the same time. It's the Burrits! And that's where we're gonna end the night.
The what? Spell that?
The Burrits.
The Borat. Oh,
Can you
It's cool.
spell
If you don't
that?
remember, you'll remember next week.
No. Can you spell them?
Burrots.
The Burrits.
URR what?
Burrots.
Burrits. Where do we
Google
see the
thinks I'm
Burrits?
asking for burritos. I don't want burritos.
I do.
Burrits. Burrits. What are burrits?
Dang. Focus.
find out next
Ellis
week.
is here. What the heck?
Yeah, dude, we're going down to see Ellis right now. We're following it.
Not exactly. Just the chains that lead to Clote are here.
What are burrits?
Even so, as of right now, we have a more direct path to Ellis than we do to Kelrec, wherever he's at.
Maybe they're close.
He wasn't the one we're looking for.
I don't know.
What are burrits? I need to
Burrits
know.
were one of the halfling families that fell. The entire house of Burrit joined Elish Basir, and they were all slaughtered by these assassins. But it seems that Elish still has influence over them while they're here in the mall.
Oh, that's not good. That's bad. That's bad. Well,
Well,
See you later.
Oh, thanks everybody
See you
for
later.
joining us
Wait.
this evening.
We need to do the giveaway.
We
We
do
had
need to do the
101 viewers.
we did? Oh, wonderful.
All right, so everybody in the chat, please get active. We'll be giving
Get
away
active.
Blueberry Sky Tea and the Library Scriptorium. So this is from Cantrip Candles, and this is from Geeky Teas, both wonderful, beautiful shops in LA. And if you can't get out there yourselves, consider ordering from them online. They mail stuff out too. They're fabulous. But yeah, get active in the chat. Type some stuff. We'll be giving those away. We'll be mailing those out. If you look off to your, fuck it, over there where the names are. If you think anything you saw tonight was worth at least $1, please consider joining our Patreon. So everything that we do make here does help support the studio. We got to pay rent, keep the lights on, all that good stuff. And as we are all getting vaccinated, we're looking to actually be opening the studio within the next month or so. So you'll actually get to see some of our beautiful sets and things that we've built a while back, and they'll be back in full function. We've been able to upgrade materials thanks to all of you. So thank you so much, and thank you for that sub. Tiers 3 and above, you can get some beautiful pins. You get Perception Studio enamel pin just for signing up at tiers 3 and above. And then every 3 consecutive months after that, you'll be getting a new pin. So all the Chunk Kawaii pins have I believe, all gone out. Should be. If not, we'll get there. We got you. It's gonna happen.
and can you tell them what level they need to be in order to ask questions or have them answered at Behind the Legacy?
You don't have to be any level. All you need to do is ask some questions in the chat. So if you go to, not the chat, in the Discord, go to our Discord, find the Sahlen's Legacy thread on the left-hand side, and then type in any questions you have for us as players, cast, like whatever you want, characters, anything. And we'll answer those in just a little bit, because if we have a show called Behind the Legacy for our patrons where we will answer all of your questions within reason, because we can't give everything away. But we do our best, and it's a great time. It's a fun chat. It's a good talk down for us, and it's lots of fun for you guys, I hope, as well. And make sure you tune in tomorrow night for Perception Check, which is our D&D game with the Fluffed Friends. And thank you to all of our sponsors as well. So check out Norse Foundry. They were kind enough to make us some custom dice. We did a pre-order this last month, and we're finalizing those orders. We'll let you know when they're being made, when they're going out, and all that stuff. We've yet to send the final report because we're waiting for some cast folks. So I think all of our orders are now officially in. So we just got to send those over to them. We just had to organize first because it's a big, bold thing. So Norse Foundry, use code Perception Check at checkout for 15% off of your order from anything over there. Wormwood Gaming, use code Perception at checkout for free shipping anywhere in the USA. And Level Up Dice has been kind enough. They sent us a raid earlier today, but they've been kind enough to invite us to guest on some shows over there as well, which helps us earn points. But also just shopping using our link earns us points so that we can give away some of their beautiful luxury dice and other such items. So thank you to our sponsors. Thank all of you just for being here. Thank you for watching and encouraging us to continue to play and have fun. And thanks for being at our table with us. We appreciate it. And who won?
Now, get active in the chat.
Mitchie. Mitchie won.
Mitchie!
Mitchie!
Lord Coyote asks, "Are you doing anything for Jasper's Game Day week? Is that this week?" I am. I'm aware of Jasper's. We're not officially doing anything for Jasper's, but it's super important, so we should. Well, we'll try and think about it if we can figure something out in time. Yeah, it'd be cool.
Yay, Mitchie!
Congrats,
Yay.
Mitchie.
Congrats, Mitchie. Well, you know what to do. Send us your name and address. I think we have your name and address. But
We have
just
our
for,
name and address
for
already.
Yes, so just remind me, and I'll put it on the form with the proper items. And thank you all so much. And as far as updating for the partner push, we're going to be submitting again tonight, and then we'll let you know how that goes, and we'll continue to keep on chugging until we get that beautiful little blue mark. Ba-ba-ba.
Nice.
Cool. So thanks, everybody. Thank you so much. And we'll catch you next
Thank
time.
you.
See you tomorrow night. And make sure you turn in Friday night as well for Trasher Piece Theater, which is just laugh out ridiculousness with
Treasure
humans and
Piece
humans
Theater.
trying to make it through a radio play.
And make sure you put the questions into the Disco Plus. Thank you.
Yes, please. We will be rating Art Hard Studios, so make sure you give them lots of love. Tell them who sent you. And they're playing some D&D. Perfect. Wonderful. So keep that D&D train going. And I mean train literally.
All right, y'all.
Hooray!
Adios.
Bye, guys.